WebDND. I'm so sorry we don't have like any fun intro animation. It's just that. Welcome back to WebDND. There's that, but no, we're not at like proper budget level yet. We don't have like a pre-recorded intro. This is WebDND's Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. I am once again your host and DM for the evening, Theo. And today with me are not my lovely players. Fuck all of you. No, we have my lovely. We have my lovely players here. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Henry. I'm going to be playing Kaisol, the Hexblood Paladin.
I'm Chantelle, and I'm playing Chimera, the fighter satyr.
I'm Hiyimi. I'm playing a fairy bard, also called Hiyimi.
I'm Narose. I am playing Zaren, the Drow Ranger.
And I'm Tally. I am playing Bluff, the Herring God Monk.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh god, it went smoothly for once. Oh my god.
For the other stream, you like sat us down and went, okay, this is the script. This is the intro.
I had to sit there and be like, okay, please, you gotta work with me here.
I did actually freeze mid-sentence again, but...
It's okay, you got it out.
It all worked, Okay. We're on a roll, gotta keep going. Last time on WebDND, you headed into the Big Top as the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch commenced. As the celebration went underway, Hiyimi was chosen as the Witchlight Monarch and given the crown. Taking this opportunity, you stole Witch's Witchlight Watch. Rather successfully, might I add, using Nim's sectors. Speaking of Nim, Patrick won't be joining us for tonight. It's tragic, but he's got a driving test.
Imagine.
So, cannot be me. So, he is busy for tonight. So instead, Nim will be played by me, and by that I mean, I'm not going to do anything. Moving on. Nim's secretaries, rest in peace, Nim. He died right mid-session, because Patrick isn't here. That's how that works. But once the celebration was finished, and the carnival began to wind down, you confronted the owners and forced them to give you the information you desired about these missing items that you've been looking for. Items, quote unquote. Telling you all the information they could tell you, they led you to a mirror in the Hall of Illusions. And, after reciting a chant, it opened into a foggy portal into the Feywild domain of Prismea, a domain linked to the carnival by a common patron in Zybilna. After they told you what to do, they told you that your lost objects would be found in Prismea, as all lost things are. And, being told this, one by one, you all stepped through the portal. One of you stayed behind and got a little secret message. I forgot who it was. Was it you?
Me.
Zaren? Was it Hiyimi?
I forgot what the message was.
Okay, that's fine.
It's probably not important anyways, don't worry.
I can DM that to you. After coming out of the portal, you landed on top of a broken bridge, a causeway 100 foot up in the air, and looked over the new domain of Prismea, this foggy bog with... You couldn't quite make out too much detail from where you were, but it's a fog-covered bog with walls of clouds and fog kind of closing it off from anything else. There was a causeway, which is the one you landed on, that led... right up until it hits one of these fog walls, but it is broken in several places. Climbing your way down off of the mushroom tops that have kind of grown out the side of it, you landed safely on the ground in this like really thick, like 2-3 inch thick mud, like packed mud, and were quickly accosted by some Herringen brigands singing a hearty marching song. Who Henry, if you could maybe exit the wind tunnel, please.
Well, I'm in a wind, bruh.
It sounds so hard. Thank you. That is fine. You were accosted by these Herringen brigands, who said, "Give us your favorite memory, or we will beat the shit out of you." Kaisol had a very good chance to distract them and tried his damnedest. However, unfortunately, the current leader of the group, who introduced herself as Jebek, was a tad too perceptive and noticed the rest of the party hiding. to which combat erupted with a single shot sling from one of the Harengon's sling shots. And that is where we pick up today's session. So, to reset the scene, you are all, well, the majority of you, the party, are behind or underneath these big mushroom tops, trying to hide. However, Patrick, Nim was, well, you all noticed, but Nim was fired at. Kaisal, you are, I think, 20 foot away, you said, from the rest of the group, with your spear out. And Chimera, you are also slightly separated from the group, still in these mushrooms, however. Across from all of you are 6 Haringons and 1 giant snail, the same kind of snail that you rode in the carnival. 2 of these Haringons are riding it, the other 4 are currently on the ground. That includes Jarek. The terrain is currently difficult terrain because of this thick, compact mud, and the fog is somewhat it's lightly obscured. It is this kind of this thick mist that kind of rolls over the fog, making you unsure where to place your step. And with that, we can turn on the battle music.
Mm-hmm.
So, combat has begun. First turn is one of the Haringons. I should name one of these. It'll be you. You will be Jivek.
I thought you meant you were going to give one of them a name.
You will be Jonathan. No. I didn't give it, like, name one of them so I knew which one was Jivek and which one wasn't. Fuck. Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to reroll initiative, everybody.
Woo.
Because I deleted all your character sheets, so it's all unknown combatant, because we had a bit of an oopsie when the stream started.
You had a bit of an oops.
I know
I
what
don't-
I rolled last time. Can I stick with it, or do I have to re-roll it?
Everyone will be rerolling, so it's
Alright.
not too big of an issue.
I've already lost.
I-
There
like-
it is. Actually correct.
Actually, I can just do... Yo, every time y'all add one to the character, to the combat, it shuns me out of the window I'm in.
19.
Okay.
18.
Oh, I can just do this too. Why is Kai Sol on there 17 times?
Sorry, dude. I was pressing it to roll and nothing was happening, so I just kept pressing it.
And Bluff is on there twice.
Nothing's happened.
okay.
Oh,
Nothing's like,
do we just not see it, I guess?
I just can't see anything in like the game chat. So
I can't
just,
see it either.
Okay, so you click initiative, you're now added to the initiative order. If you go over to the combat tracker, you can click on the dice next to your name, and that will roll you initiative.
Where is the combat tracker?
It is right next to the chat window. It is the,
Are you
the,
sure?
the tab to the right of the chat window.
Oh, it's the fist thing. It's the fist tab on the combat.
I see.
Oh, it's the-
I guess I'll roll. Oh, sick. Yeah, okay, that was pretty good. Nice. Get hooked, you bet. Time to
Okay.
get your ass. Absolutely.
Sorry. That is,
Wait, why did it reset it to dice roll a 20? You can't do this to me.
I'll have that. What was the number?
It was a 20.
And the total number?
20.
Oh, I was like, what are your decks? Okay, Bluff, have you rolled anything?
Yeah.
Paladins don't do this.
14. Very cool.
Wait, are you supposed to add a number to initiative?
You
Yeah,
add your
your dexterity modifier.
Sorry, which one?
Dexterity modifier.
We are
Plus
so good at
4.
this, guys.
Oh yeah,
Wait.
so great.
Woo.
Is it which one's the modifier? The left or the right?
The plus, the one with the plus on it, the smaller number.
They both have pluses.
Oh, the one on the right is a saving throw. The one on the left is just the like the base.
Okay, so
It's just a base.
I got 20 then.
Okay. We can add you to initiative. Oh boy, I love this. And Zaren and Chantelle. Sorry, Zaren and Chimera. 9?
19.
Oh. And Chimera. Hello?
I guess we'll never know.
Chimera doesn't exist
sorry.
anymore, apparently.
23.
Okay. Where's fucking the initiative? Oh, it's there. Very neat. And Zaren with initiative. Ah, this is the one time I really wish you people would fucking roll in the foundry. I had to do it manually. 19. Yeah, can y'all just like Only for initiative. Can y'all just do that in Foundry from now on? Because otherwise I have to manually put it in every time. That is just a pain.
Bro, my laptop will explode if I try that.
Okay, you're the one exception because you run off of a potato. What was your number, sorry?
I was 23 because I got a nat 20 and my dex is +3.
Nat 20 on initiative. Tragic. Okay. With that, combat has begun properly. Chimera, you are up first.
Potato, not even a good potato.
Chimera, you are up first. I should begin combat.
Gonna spend my turn getting my shield on.
Okay. I believe you had your shield out, didn't you?
No, I had a choice
You
of
hid,
getting my shield out or
Hiding.
hiding, and I chose
Yes.
to hide.
Okay. In which case, yeah. I was gonna say you're technically in stealth. You're not technically in stealth because they saw you. Because Rebecca rolled a natural 20. Yes. You spend your action getting your shield equipped. I believe is what that costs to get a shield on. Are you gonna do anything else on your turn?
Not. Hold on. Level 2. I have fucking action surge. Not gonna use it though. Yeah, that's gonna be it for my turn.
Okay. In which case, moving on. Nim. I don't know if Patrick updated his character sheet on D&D Beyond. He did. Okay. Oh, there's so much. Is anyone of the players interested in playing Nim for me? Because I have so many NPCs.
I can do it for combat if you want.
Thank you. Just yeah, for combat, so that I don't have to fucking.
Do you want
Yeah.
to do it for D&D Beyond?
It's fine. I can send you the link to the D&D Beyond character sheet.
I
'Cause-
can catch if he's in campaign.
He's not in the new one, no. No, I can't because I'm not the DM.
Whiz.
I know.
Patrick, why are you having a fucking driving test? Okay.
Patrick screwed us all over.
You sheep.
Oh, I can.
Wait,
Hang on.
Okay, no, it's good. I got it. It's
Do you?
it's Nim. Yeah, here we go, Nim. Okay, cool.
Nice.
I mean, I don't want to go like spamming his spells for him, but also this combat it's a bit crazy. So, well, fuck it. I have to be optimized, I guess. Yeah.
I think it's time for the standing camera.
Does not have very good spells. So sad.
Patrick is a role player through and through.
I
Ooh,
can
that comes
tell.
on my forehead.
We looking at the sheet and cringing. Let's see.
Doing this big check. Okay, standing camera. This is the combat angle.
The drama.
Hey.
I don't know why sitting down doing combat feels so weird. It doesn't feel right.
Okay, Nim's gonna. I don't know what. You know what? I'm just gonna do spells. 'Cause I don't want to like be starting to reveal stuff for Nim. We'll just do a chill touch on. But the rest of them are still stood a bit back, are they?
Yeah, Jibbick is about like 5 to 10 foot away from the rest of like the formation they've got set up, just to talk to you.
On the Herringen Brigand, that's on 17. The initiative 17. It's got like a range of 120 feet, so I'm pretty sure she will chill touch.
Okay.
Now I've got to find where I can do that from the sheet. Oh, I don't think I can't actually make a roll. This is so sad. Can I do it just like roll? How do I roll just manual dice on?
Slash. It's just like roll 20.
Slash it.
Yeah.
I'll just do a d20, and then I'll just add modifier. Oh wait, is it a save? It might be a save. It might be.
For chill
Oh, that's
touch, no
range
attack
spell
roll.
attack.
Yeah.
Plus 5, but it's only a 7. 8 in total.
8 does not hit.
Okay.
As I can't describe the spell term.
One.
Yeah. As this kind of like weirdly fungal. It's almost like a cloud of spores in the shape of a hand that comes forward and tries to grab this Herringen, who just kind of jumps back.
And then Is there any? They're all by those big mushrooms. Is there any big mushroom stalks Nim can go get some cover behind?
Yes. Yeah, you can run behind some cover to get half cover.
Yeah, Nim will go run behind one of the things to go.
That is Nim's turn.
Yeah.
Kaisal.
Oh, sick. It's me now. He's gonna point his javelin at Javek. This is how it's going to be now. Very well then. And he's going to charge her, and as he does, he's going to put his hex as his bonus action.
Okay. Is that
apply the hex?
Is that the hex of the spell?
Yeah, hex a spell.
Okay.
I don't know if this is. How do I? Guess I roll it. Cast spell. Use the thingamabob. 6. She is hexed. And then he will.
Is it a saving throw?
Nope. She's basically just marked, and she's gonna take extra damage when I hit her.
Cool.
She'll have disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Strength. Okay.
That's full. And then I think she was still relatively close to me.
Yeah. She was like no more than like she's like in melee with you because you had to put your hand on the guard.
Yeah. And then he'll just try go with the pointy javelin stick.
With my javelin stick, go for it.
It is attack. Strength is normal attack. Yeah, and that. Yes,
22
hits.
Yeah, a 22 it just hits, you know?
Right, and he's gonna divine smite it.
Oh my god!
Okay, so I can do this. One first level slot, please.
You have to do damage for the javelin as well, don't forget.
Yeah. Okay, do I have to do it like this all the time? This is no. I need damage, please. Oh, that was good. So, 19 damage total.
Yeah. What does Kaisal's Divine Smite look like?
I think it's just as he probably does like a bit of like a jump to get some momentum coming out into the swamp and just tries to run the javelin through her. I think it just like, does like the whole like golden explosion-y a bit.
Yeah. I think being a tiefling maybe it's like a golden fire.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. So as you, I was a bit incorrect because like she like kind of took a step back to make some distance between you two, before she revealed that she knew where your party was. So because that, you kind of get down into a crouch, jump up with the spear, and bring it down, and she was kind of like half turned to you, and it hits like her shoulder first, and you feel fur, then meat, then bone, and you push further, and you pin her to the swamp floor. The spear pokes out the back end, it erupts in this golden fire that envelops her, as she is dead.
As he wrenches out, he's just gonna like roar at all the others.
Holy shit!
Any movement he has left, he's gonna begin to make his way towards.
Okay.
Some of the.
I will say, normally I'd call this an action. For that, intimidation check, please.
Oh, Poggy Woggy! I love to.
Because you did a one-shot that boss with golden fire by a lot, and then
paladins be like, allow me to smite. Oh!
No.
Poggers.
Oh, man, like fucking like Hulk roars.
We don't need to do anything.
I think that's like what?
Would you like
Nat
to
20 for initiative and Nat 20 for this.
Would you like to say the whole number for streamers that may not be for people that may not be just listening?
Yeah. So it was a natty 20, with a +5. So for a 25, a somewhat I don't know what category that comes in, but I know that's 1 under impossible. So.
Oh boy. 25. Hang on, I have the fucking thing in front of me. 10 DC. 25 is very hard.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Well, I would class this as very hard DC, considering this is a fairly big band of Wiggins who are quite confident in themselves. You just impaled their boss and then burned her. So as this fire kind of comes up, the fire kind of, I'll say the fire lights some of like the swamp gases, causing like small contained explosions. And as the fire like wraps around their, no, she wasn't like the leader, but like their kind of like group leader. These kind of golden fires, they kind of lap up at your face. The shadows casting, like the flames casting past shadows that kind of angle your features as you let out this guttural roar. They look at you. They look at their boss who has just been stabbed into the floor, and then the two on the snail just go. They mush this snail and they fucking shoot off at how fast the snail goes, like 105 feet at dash. As this thing sets off into the swamp, they're like, don't leave! And they start running after the snail, trying to like grab onto the back of its shell, trying to be pulled along by this thing. They just don't want to deal with you, and they know there's more of you behind the mushrooms as well. They're like, fuck this.
That's awesome.
That was combat.
Well, that was fun.
Hey, combat. I love
So-
combat.
Oh yeah, combat's great in Indian. Okay, so some context. I saw the character sheet. Harrington Wiggins have 9 HP.
Oh my god.
Did I just
you-
wait?
And you just did 19 damage in a single attack.
Oh my god, okay, so I literally like player one-shot her.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you did double damage in one hit.
I should have done this earlier before I had to give away my good. I was considering. I was like, you know what? No, you know, you
Yeah, I'll
like
sit
doing
back down.
all that, Henry. But you know, you take a chill. You know, we got do some role playing. You don't always have to kill everything. Well, that's what happens. Stupid rabbits.
Yeah.
Did they leave the god?
The god is currently on her side, as she has been fucking impaled. So yes, the god is still here.
Restart?
Question is, how does it fucking work?
Oh my god. So one reason I did that is because this adventure puts a large part on role-playing and non-violent combat solutions. This is the only, quote-unquote, the only D&D campaign that can be solved without killing a single enemy. So because of that, I'm down to let you bypass combat in ways that aren't just kill everything in sight, like talking your way out of it, calming your way out of it, paying your way out of it, or doing double damage of the boss's hit points and then intimidating the rest of the group into fleeing. That's also one way to do it.
You can thank me later. I think I
It
saw
may
the
not be a pacifist run, but it sure as hell ain't a genocide.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
So,
Pretty fucking bad though.
as they slide off into the swamp, I don't know where to go with this. The combat is over. You are now free to do what you wish.
I think Kaisel, after taking a few moments to almost take a breather and calm
Yeah.
down.
The fire, almost as naturally as it appeared, kind of just and sucks back into the spear tip.
He'll like spin his javelin around, stick it into the mud, and go over and pick up the gourd that no rabbit had.
Yeah. So this is a hollowed out gourd, like the plant that has been hardened, and there's a rope tied around the middle part, like the dip in the gourd, that is kind of attached to her wrist. In fact, like it's tied to her wrist, so she can just like move it about with her arm.
I think he'll pick it up and
Yeah, it's not too easy. You cut the rope, pick up the gourd. There's a cork stopper in the top.
does it feel like it has a fluid in it almost? You know, how you'd expect.
That is a good
In
question. No, it feels weirdly empty.
I don't know if it was corked or anything, but he'll.
Yeah, there's a cork stopper in the top.
I think he uncorks it and like sticks.
Okay.
Tries to like,
Okay.
blinks one eye and tries to look in, see if there's any inside.
Oh. So I out of curiosity, I was looking in the book to see on this exact situation, and it gives me. I didn't remember it did this, but it did say at this time the character can make a DC charisma intimidation check, group check, yada yada. If they succeed, the brigands they retreat into the forest. The DC was 13.
God.
Is that almost double the DC?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So as you unplug the god, what is everyone else doing?
Can I loot the body?
You can carry the body. Okay.
Someone.
Yeah. All the while, Nim is kind of like ending to the small like wound she got from the sling. Sure. Roll me a investigation check, Zaren.
Uh, 18.
18. Let me check. Go. Okay. You don't find much. It seemed like whatever organization they may belong to, they don't particularly get to keep too many spoils. Anything that she might have stolen might have been given to someone else. The only thing she had on her really is like her weapons. Like she has got like a sling and I think it's a spear is what they have. Hang on, let me check. Features, actions. A club. She has like a wooden club and a sling. Nothing too interesting. You do, however, find a singular piano key, carved out of this ivory. What you might not immediately recognize as, but it is a satyr's horn, or a satyr horn piano key.
Ooh. I want to take all of the stuff that I found.
Quick heads up, if you do that, you will very quickly become very full of stuff. This club is quite big.
Fine, I'll leave the club then.
You don't have infinite space. This is not quite Skyrim. You can't walk around with 17,000 apple pies.
I know.
You should be able to.
If only.
I want to.
And also, please don't try to loot every single enemy. I will get very sick and tired of having to roll for all these random equipment. Thank you very much. Just a heads up.
Alright.
If there is loot, I will probably make it obvious. I'm not that mean to make you go looting all the corpses.
My main source of income is selling random crappy equipment for like 2 silver pieces. What am I gonna do?
It's a living, you know. So yeah, I also Chimera, Hiyimi, and Bluff. What are you doing?
I genuinely have no idea.
That's fair.
I'm probably
Kinda chilling.
gonna-
I mean, we did just watch the biggest and physically looking strongest of us terrify an entire group of.
Yep.
You know what? Let's celebrate Kaisal. Why not? He deserves it.
Okay. How are you gonna celebrate Kaisal?
Too scared to do anything about that. Fuck that shit.
We gotta cheer for our boy. Woo!
Okay.
Big him up, you know?
You gonna sing a little song or
Sure, I guess.
play my harp music if you want to? You're a bard, I figured, you know. Yeah. If you wish to serenade, that is a performance role.
Let me pull up my thing. Do I have to roll this? Performance. And that's a d20, right?
Yes.
So that's an unnatural 20.
Yeah. You sing this heroic ballad as Kaisal. You unstopper this guard, and as you do, with a heavy pop, it opens. You take a look inside, and there's nothing in it until, like a torrent or a geyser of air shoots up into your face as you see these weird, like, ethereal wisps, silver wisps that shoot into the air and scatter like a firework. And with that, you have your emotion back, your happy memory.
Yo, that's so poggers.
And so do a lot of other people.
Ah, lovely. We've done good work today, guys.
You say as there's a woman currently half submerged in the muck, with a singular hole through her entire chest, and several burn marks.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah, but people got the happy memories back. You know?
I see.
I'm gonna take a moment to go off and just throw up in the corner.
Yeah.
That's a lot to happen in like 6 fucking seconds.
The forest smell, the swamp smells are not making the burnt corpse smells particularly nicer.
And I did eat like my weight in fucking custard pie, so
You did eat so many
It was-
custard pies.
it was only
then.
natural that this was about that this
course,
was
of
about
course.
to happen.
Yeah. So, with that concluded, what is the party doing? Where would the party like to go next?
Can we track where they came from, maybe? Can we see, like, what direction at least they were coming from?
Roll me a survival check.
Oh, I'm not very good at that, I don't. Am I? Survival. What's plus 2? 13.
13. You know the direction they ran off in, at least. They ran kind of look at the map. Kind of northward. Yeah, like in a vaguely northern direction.
What is north?
You asked like a Jeopardy question.
What is north?
Which of the landmarks we've seen is north?
Sorry. North is the other end of the bridge. Like, you were on one end and it stretched forward. That forward was north. That is towards the big tree stump and the geometric shapes that may or may not have been huts.
Okay. Interesting.
That kind of direction. Technically, the bridge is slanted at a northeastern direction, but like you're to the side of it, so north is kind of in that vague direction, right?
Right.
Do we have this map to look at somewhere?
No, you don't. The map I sent you after the session was simply for your own benefit. You don't have any sort of map of this area. All you've seen is what you saw from your high perch, but there was a rolling fog, so you didn't see too many details. You saw the top of a tree, some huts, the top of a tower, a small hill in the background. That was basically all you could make out, except for Bluff, who noticed the blimp.
We should follow them. It's the only sign of life out here so far.
But do you think they'll be willing to help us at all? Considering the very impressive feat you just pulled off?
Do you think I intend to give them a choice?
That's fair. You are very scary, by the way. I don't know if anyone's told you that.
I've not met many people in a long time to tell me that, but I'll take it as a compliment.
It is. It is completely a compliment. And
Bluff can't lie.
And I can't lie, so that it is genuinely a compliment.
Should know just not to get on my wrong side then, I suppose.
Oh, trust me, I will try not to.
Well, if nobody else has any other bright ideas,
So, as I mentioned,
like
the
fucking.
landmarks.
No, actually, no. He's actually gonna keep the god. I was gonna say wherever.
Gonna keep the god? Okay.
I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know how magical it is.
That's true.
Currently, it just makes a pretty nice cup. You know?
Is
You
there
saw some good drinks in
I know
this?
you said there isn't. I know you said there wasn't anything significant on the Herringen, but
Correct, yes.
I don't know. But would there be anything I could find on her that could make for, I don't know, some identifier? And if not, I'm just gonna take a fucking ear.
Roll me investigation.
Sure thing. That's not great. Where'd my character sheet go? Here it is. It's not great, so 8.
8.
I mean, if
Okay,
I don't find anything on her person that would make her good identifier, I am just going to...
Identifies on like something to prove that you killed her.
Yeah, possibly. If
Okay.
not, I'm just going to like rip off an ear.
Roll me intelligence real quick.
Much better. We'll go for it.
Yeah. Okay. You rip off an ear. There was nothing particularly identifying about her. Yep. You put one foot on her head, grab the ear, and just yank it. How does Bluff feel about this? I'm curious.
I mean, it's the same as if you're a person and you see someone else rip a guy's ear off, you know?
I would be horrified.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Like
It's not any...
imagine Bluff's ears just kind of like
Yeah.
duck.
Yeah, absolutely. One of them's tilted already, but it just sort of double tilts down.
Like,
Like rolls up.
yeah. Oh. Inverts. Yeah. You have one herring one Jebek ear.
Thank you.
At this point, even Zaren's a little bit concerned. Like, Zaren's a hunter,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this is horrifying.
There was no grace, there was no skill in that. That was just brute strength.
That was brutal.
Zaren, since you also made an investigation check, I'll tell you this, or anyone that is maybe magical in a certain degree, you would probably recognize that if you were to say try to take something as a trophy or an emblem of victory, the god probably would be it, considering people don't just hand out magical artifacts like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't rip off an ear as a trophy. That's,
What is it?
That shit's gonna rot real quick.
Well, then I will throw it away in the swamp where it rots.
Oh. With that horrifying display, where would the party like to go? So I've mentioned the 4 big kind of landmarks. They went north. The closest thing to you is the tower where the blimp fell, and I think that's closest. Then it's the hill, and then kind of northward. But to be fair, you didn't get a good look at anything really, so distance might have been a bit skewed. Where does the party wish to go?
We were originally heading towards the blimp, right?
we were
That's
originally
kinda what
heading
you
towards
thought
the blimp
was.
and then towards
Yeah.
civilization, yeah.
That was. I think that was what you decided to do, but then you got attacked.
So, continuing on the way to the blimp.
Sure.
There best be people here who can tell us where to go.
That's
I
up to
hope so.
Okay. If the party would like to head to the blimp, in which case, someone pick a party leader to roll survival.
I have a +4 to survival.
Ranger boy.
You do. Yeah. Okay. Hey, do you want to go to the blimp or the... Patrick?
See, I knew I
Patrick
should
has done the call.
anything.
Yes!
Just a simple cantrip does the trick.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi!
Oh my god, I think I've
Oh,
managed
thank God.
to talk to him.
Are you okay, boss man?
Sound like death.
I I don't know if it's too hot for stream, but I feel like putting a white hot poker somewhere where it shouldn't.
Yeah, I saw
Oh
you
my
Discord
god.
thing. Good god.
What happened? I haven't seen anything. Oh.
The internet is dead. And
Oh no.
I am currently trying to get a hotspot to work with my laptop.
Oh no.
If you're not feeling well, mate, you don't have to be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it's less that I'm feeling perfectly fine. I feel like destroying my laptop.
Oh, I see.
But it's not my
Yeah,
laptop
that
that's
sounds
the
about
problem. It's the
Okay.
internet. But I
Okay.
can't break that because it's not mine.
Okay
Oh
then.
god.
Well,
We just missed
have
a
you-
brilliant show.
will you be joining us for the rest of the evening then, Patrick?
Yeah, by the seems of it. Have you
Okay.
managed to TPK the party? Have a
So
mismatch?
I will kind of
I've-
I will reinstate what happened. Combat started. You missed with I had a Henry roll for you. You missed with a chill touch.
Just a
No.
special.
Then it was Kaital's turn. He did like a jump, stabbed Jebek, the Herringen leader, with the spear, went all the way through her, stuck it into the swamp, and as he kind of came out the other side, he erupted into golden flames, which was the divine smite.
Wait,
And he did double her hit points in damage. Roared like the Hulk, ran at them, rolled a nat 20 plus 5 for intimidation, and they all ran off.
you know what? I also just realized I never rolled hex damage either.
You didn't, no.
You just obliterated this poor woman.
Brutal. Brutal man.
And then you ripped her ear off.
God, Divine Smite and Spell Slots is so good.
Yep. So that was what you missed.
Might
Also-
still-
I don't know if it's the same for everyone else, but my landing page is grey.
It did take a little bit to load.
It's apparently the same for everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah, just refresh the webpage a couple times. It should be fine.
Okay.
So, the party, unless anyone has any objections, has decided to head to the. Oh, sorry, I was asking for Patrick joint. Tower or the blimp? Which specifically are you kind of looking for?
Blimp, I
So we're gonna go
think.
to the
Blimp.
blimp.
Yeah.
Blimp. Okay. If it's the blimp, and you also make me a navigation bluff because you're the one that saw where it landed.
Okay.
Or survival.
Good. Navigation, we're in carbon.
By
Survival.
the way,
I'm
I got
back
a
in
natural
carbon.
20 for my survival.
Very cool.
12.
Bluff only got a 12.
I can't
With
select
the-
anything at the moment.
That's fine. Refresh it a couple times, give it a hot minute, and that's what happened to Tally as well.
Okay.
Okay, with that, I'll say that's enough to find the general direction of this blimp. Okay then. As you're traveling, no, I won't say so. As you're traveling, well, not as you're traveling, sorry. You are kind of walking through this thick mud, kind of trudging and sloshing through it, kind of as you go, just like really struggling, right? And as you do, I think Nim, you notice it's probably the first one, being a druid. You kind of are quite connected and quite perceptive of nature.
Mhm.
You notice what is originally thick, heavy, squelching sounds as you slip into the mud starts to turn more and more into sloshing. And as it does, you notice slowly but surely the water level beginning to rise. And in
Uh-oh.
about an hour, everyone notices that the water level has gone to about 5 feet high. You're now wading through waist or chest high water.
How did we not notice if the water was rising that high?
You didn't.
It's slowly.
It happened slowly. You notice it when it got to about like waist area, when you felt it like around your, like you felt it like at your waist level, and you're like, that shouldn't happen. Oh no! It's kind of how that went.
Go back.
And
Okay,
over the next couple minutes, the water gets higher and higher. Yeah, Nim, do you want to make me a nature check?
Nature check. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
It's kind of loaded, but it's real scuffed.
Okay, if you want to roll physical dice, you can do as well. Just for the sake of these.
Hold on. Nature. There it is. I've got a square box. Oh, there we go. Normal. Okay. 11.
11. Okay. I'll say that's easy enough. You haven't, and with the people that roll so like Zaren with your really good survival roll, you will notice you haven't walked into a valley. You haven't walked into water by accident on like a small slope. The water has risen. It seems like the water has just slowly piled up. As you are all now wading through 5-foot high water, except for Hiyimi, who could fly.
Lucky
This
bitch.
is extremely concerning.
Yeah, I feel like we should do something about this.
The way you've described the water, as in, it's not naturally draining from somewhere; it's just risen.
Kind of, yes.
We're not wading into deep water. It's just like actually rising.
Yeah, the water has built up,
I understand now. Yeah,
and it's kind of just built up, and now has. Once it gets about the 5-foot mark, it has settled.
If we're
It
looking
doesn't
at,
seem to rise
it's like a
anymore.
tide.
yeah, if we're looking at any like plant life and stuff around here, or any like I don't know if there's any structural stuff, but
Yeah.
is there any like markings that this might happen regularly, like this that it's smooth off or one way?
Are there any
Nature check.
really tall mangroves?
Anyone who's looking for that, so far the two of you, roll me nature, because that is very clever.
Nature.
Nature or perception.
Smart.
I will go with perception because I didn't think of it out of
Okay.
character.
Mine has the same fucking score either way.
Can I roll for that?
Oh god.
Oh, well, let's hang on these two because they both got 17s. So, yeah, you definitely notice on some of the taller trees. You notice one thing as well. You notice most of the floor level plants and stuff have been kind of somewhat smushed into the mud. Everything is very compact and built, almost if it is walked over regularly, but it very clearly isn't. And then you look at some of the taller trees. And yeah, you do notice heavy wear and tear on like lower bits of the trunk that are much smoother than other bits.
So this happens normally. This is not.
It does seem like this is just a thing that may happen here. But yeah, and as you have to wade through this water, you eventually, kind of breaking through this fog, you see the first thing you notice is very thick brambles and thorns, and then past that you notice stone rising in a tower. As you look up, you notice that this tower is slanted, very quite harshly as well. This is like, I'm not the great at measuring angles in my head, but this is probably at maybe like a 45-degree angle, this tower. It is quite slanted, but it's still somehow being held up.
My calves hurt already imagining that.
As this kind of grayish stone rises to a pointed tip that is kind of a cobalt blue in color. Seemingly the entire base of this tower is surrounded by these thick brambles, and it's about 20 foot wide and about 50 foot up. And kind of like, as you all look up and follow this tower to its point, you notice hanging off this pointed tip is the blimp. It's balloon punctured and slowly swaying is the basket that is hung up there. What would the party like to do?
Can we hear anything? Any signs of people?
I don't know about the rest of you, but if we're wanting to get out of this mud, I'd suggest getting there as soon as possible. It looks like it's floating in the air.
That's ominous. The tower is rising out of the water as well. It is ground-borne. It is simply at an askew. But yes, as you approach, you do hear a voice from the general direction of the blimp. You hear, "Hey, you there! I need your help." As this tiny voice whispers at you from the basket. I'm in a bit of a bind, as you can see. I, Chantelle, as one of the Summer Queen's loyal servants, ask that you free me. As he kind of seemingly heard you approach. You can't see them. The basket is right way up. It seems that they heard you and was just like, "Oh, people, thank God."
That initial greeting was the most like Skyrim NPC greeting.
Yeah,
like,
I need your help.
When you walk past someone, they've got like a mission for you.
So, yeah,
You make your way to the Cloud District often?
I don't know if it's the trauma from Chloe playing NPCs, but I immediately don't trust this person.
No.
The way you said, "You there? I'm in a bind, you see." And as you've said, it's very oblivion. Okay.
What was that, Chantelle?
How
Sorry.
high is the basket up from us?
The basket is just hanging off of the tip of the tower, so about 50 foot up. 45 foot up, because it is hanging down a bit. This is the call out once again. Kind of, you see, I was in the midst of a daring escape from the vile Bavlona Blightstraw when our balloon was set upon by an ill wind, plummeting to its current unfortunate location.
Sorry,
Yeah,
how did you just
Narose.
describe this character looking again?
You can't see them.
Oh, I just hear the voice.
Yes, you just hear the voice kind of calling out from the basket.
Unfortunate for you.
Continued for us.
Sorry, how exactly can we help? You're quite high up.
Well, you see, currently I'm sorry, I should mention, are you just like calling out to him?
Yes.
Okay. As you do that, he goes, hang on. Yeah, you just hear him kind of like, hide. You must whisper.
Okay.
How are they gonna hear us if we whisper? They're 50
I don't
foot up.
fucking know.
They're whispering to you as well. It's like it's like a state, not quite a
Directional
state,
hush
but
tones.
yeah, they're being. You can hear they're being quiet, loud enough that you can hear them, but still quiet as to not draw attention, seemingly. Yeah, like that.
Did you
Well-
use my spells on my sheet, by the way, Theo?
I literally just used. I didn't want to use any of your resources. I just
Mustache,
used
yeah.
approach once, and then proceeded to wipe.
Oh,
it.
okay, so I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was even considering like doing one of your circle spells. I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
My yes. Well, you see, I would simply get it out of myself. I am, however, unfortunately, a bit trapped at the moment. I'm a bit caught up in something. If you could possibly, kind of, there was I see a window. See a window into the top of the tower. Maybe that?
I'm going to turn around to everyone else and try to whisper so that presumably they can't hear me.
Okay.
Do we trust this random disembodied voice?
He's of the Fae, so no.
Not really, but we do
Okay.
have Kaisol with us, and he just impaled one of the rabbit folk and lit them on fire. I don't think we have much to fear.
This is true.
I would like to point out something that they said that was maybe lost in the whispering. You do have a name. They introduced themselves. This might have just not been picked up. They introduced themselves as Chantelle of the Summer Queen.
Yeah, so it's Fae. So fuck him.
That's no, sorry. I was worried you missed
I got that.
this man's beautiful name.
Calivar, huh? Too close to mine. Don't trust him.
I mean,
Your real name.
if we
Yeah,
help
my real
him,
life
it
name.
might help us in the long run. Having someone in what sounds like a high up place.
Who fucking it was Kaisal. Kaisal rolled well on the fucking history religion check. Because of course he did.
Yeah.
But Kaisal, you would know because of your weirdly specific knowledge of the Feywild. The Summer Queen is another name for I forgot her name. Titania. Is another name for Titania.
I thought you were going to say Zybilna.
No. Zybilna is a different Fey, art Fey. No,
Yeah.
it is a nickname for Titania, the Queen of the Fairies.
In the UK, we have a very different type of Queen of the Fairies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What would the party like to do? You're kind of in like a whisper circle.
Right. I don't know about anyone else. I do not trust the voice. I don't like the fact that they clearly want us to go in the tower, but the tower is looking very inviting right now because it's not 5 feet of mud.
I mean, I guess we can go up and just like see what they're about.
They are one person. How much trouble can they be?
What if there's someone in the tower, though?
If we need
Well,
to,
then,
I feel like I
like-
could. If we spent time, I could conjure something to make sure that we would not get attacked by anything we can't see.
I think Kaisel just holds up like the fucking bunny here.
I don't know if he's
Do
gonna
I
find that
care
particularly
if there are
threatening.
more people in the tower?
Let's just head inside and see what we can figure out there. I'm not liking all this mud getting in my fur.
Kaisel, yeah, he's gonna begin wading towards the tower. I think I'm gonna pull my maul out. I know I had my shit up previously. Maul gaming.
Head in, but be on your guard, I guess.
Oh crap, I can wild shape now.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
I like to.
Did I
think
see any
that-
flying
I
things,
like to
Theo?
think that Nim said that out loud.
Yeah, she probably will. Do you know, I have this feeling that I've become more in tune with my animalistic side.
Just turns into a fucking rabbit.
Oh, do you know what? She probably would. That would be rather, dark to try and transform into a rabbit.
I mean, I didn't realize
Come on,
I could
Kaisal,
make
kill me.
explode with fire when I was angry until a few moments ago, but
Cook my delicious meat.
Oh my fucking god.
That is a sentence. Okay then.
Remind me,
Yes.
how does jumping work in D&D?
Jumping. I have the
Oh, it's-
DM's screen. High jump and
it's-
long jump, it depends. But with 10 feet plus of movement, like a running start, a long jump is you can jump any number of feet equal to your strength score. And a high jump is a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier.
And she gets some
That's what they-
special
that's what
stuff 'cause you're
they-
a herringon.
That's with a 10-foot
Oh, right.
run up.
Okay, so I can jump like 15 feet. Never mind. I thought I could jump up there, but I can't.
No.
Do you not get any special stuff because you're a rabbit
Yeah,
boy?
that's where the plus 10 comes from.
Oh, right, I see.
It means you can only jump like 2 feet or whatever. That's ridiculous. I guess it's
Yeah,
normal.
jumping
but-
rolls in India are weird.
Could I not
I mean-
just flutter up there and do a little peeky peek?
Yeah, you could.
Oh, yeah, you can
Sorry.
I
fly.
was waiting till someone thought of that.
I'd like you
That's,
to visualize 2 feet in your head, Tally, which is...
Well, it's normal for people, but we're not people. We're D&D characters.
Yeah, no, okay.
I also can't run 40 feet a turn in real life.
I
That's
can't
not too
run in real
unrealistic.
life.
Same.
Okay.
Well, if I was standing still, I could not... Yeah, because my bed's about 2 feet off the floor. I wouldn't be able to jump onto my bed without a run.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
So, as you begin to flutter up Hiyimi, you hear the voice Sir Talawar once again call out, oh, but do be careful. The reason we are whispering is because there might be, outside the door to the tower, there are, two, big snakes.
Oh.
They are big, and as he says it, you kind of float up and he goes, "Oh, hello there." And you see Sir Talavar.
Fucking hate this guy.
He
So
is.
casual.
He is. Small.
I'm just like,
Um,
hello, mate.
Small. You see a maybe smaller than you, maybe like a 1 to 2 foot tall humanoid creature, kind of purple skin, a longer neck, these like scaled wings, and a tail. This is a fairy dragon with a tiny mustache and a small
I
goatee.
fucking love it.
He has
I want it.
a necklace with a golden medallion on, 2 gauntlets, and a small sword.
This guy fucking
I have
sucks.
Love
artwork.
him.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
Uh,
Gotta see.
Can we
you
keep this
character
NPC?
artwork. Show players. That is Sir Talavar.
Guys, we have to save them.
Oh my god.
We have to save them. They have to be in this campaign from now till the end.
Oh, God.
And
We need them.
he is currently trapped in a steel cage. Next to him is a large, 4-5 foot tall humanoid frog who seems to be dead.
Did you say humanoid frog?
Humanoid frog,
Oh, no.
yes.
Okay.
Hello there. I didn't realize you were traveling with a fairy. It's a pleasure to meet you. I would give more formal introductions weren't I stuck in this cage. Yes. This poor fellow. The Honorable Wigglewog. He was my pilot. Don't try to. The Honorable Wigglewog. He was my pilot. He helped me get out of the town when I made my daring escape. However, he unfortunately died in the crash. You could see him like tearing up, kind of. You're a brave man. But I must move on. I must return to the Summer Queen with my findings. I please help me. I must tell my queen of the fall of Prismia.
What's in it for us?
I'm.
Was this
Well.
about the fall of Prismia, by the way?
Are you saying you are unaware?
We arrived here like 20 minutes ago.
It's been about an hour. Like the walk from the bridge to
Like
the
an
tower. About an
hour
hour.
and 20 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Well, if you wouldn't mind possibly carrying me out of this basket, and maybe if we moved away from the large snakes and the rambles, we could possibly talk at a more appropriate volume.
I did Hiyimi say they were scouting before we were trying to head up the tower?
Yeah, Hiyimi's floated up there.
Okay.
Yeah, he says that he's asking you effectively, Hiyimi, because you are currently there. You could just like pick him up.
He's got wings, right? Can he fly?
He's in a cage.
Cage.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
Cage.
He's in a steel cage. Yeah,
Despite his rage.
You could
But
theoretically
how
just pick
heavy
him
is
up.
he?
He is not very heavy.
Okay. So I don't have to do no check, I can just pick this lad up.
No, yeah, you could just pick up this cage.
Okay, neat. I'm bringing down the dragon man.
It's like a bird cage. Yeah, you pick it up. He goes, "Oh, thank you.
Don't put him down, he will drown.
Dunk.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I assume you kind of move away from the tower.
Inside.
Are you moving away from the tower or into the tower?
Well, they said we're snakes, so maybe we should just stay away from the tower for now.
Yeah, let's move away.
I'm pretty sure he said they were in the brambles, which is slightly different to the tower.
They were
They like
outside
I'm
the
so
tower.
all for going in the tower. I kind of want to dry off a bit.
Yeah, but-
Are the brambles surrounding the tower, or are they like off?
They are fully surrounding the tower, like the base of it.
I don't trust this
I
place at all.
Gladly try
So-
my luck with fucking snakes.
So, question: what is the only point of access to this tower then? If I'm visualizing in my
If you
head.
have a look around, there is one arched doorway.
Okay. Is that surrounded by brambles as well? Sorry,
There are
excuse me.
brambles. The brambles kind of like make their way up the tower. Does it tell me how much?
Imagine it's
oh,
like,
well,
it's like
there's-
almost like barbed wire just surrounding the place.
A little bit. Like it kind of climbs up 5-10 foot up the tower, but it also extends. You can't. It's hard to tell this, but it extends above the water level. About
It's like
30.
Rapunzel's tower.
About 30 foot away from the tower in diameter. It's a 30 foot encircling of this tower in brambles. There's quite a lot. Yes, and as you kind of flutter Sir Talavar down, he's like, my saviors, I'm so grateful to meet you. As he says this, the cage is crowned, but he still gives a very noble bow. More proper introductions are in order. My name is Sir Talavar of the Summer Queen's Court. A knight and champion of my mistress Summer Queen. And who are you, fine generous folk, that I may thank you and tell of your deeds?
Having such a formal introduction.
You all now
Mim.
see him for the first time as well, and see him
Yeah.
as the fairy dragon that he is.
Mim will unfortunately go into autopilot
Yeah.
Oh god.
and go, yes, a pleasure, Mistress Fëanora Meliamne. Oh, shit.
A pleasure. I would kiss your hand if I had the room to do so. He says he's kind of like in a cage.
Speaking of, why are you in confinement?
You all are not from the Fae, I take it?
I mean, I think two of us were born here. Chimera just points at herself, then Hiyimi. But this is my first time ever coming to the Feywild.
I'm also technically
I
a
see.
fae,
Yes. Well, now that the kind of away from the snakes, he's much more. He has a much more regal bearing to him. He's kind of yes, well. In which case, allow me to regale you the tales of the fall of Prismia. You see, Prismia was once a domain owned by the Archfey Zybilna. Fuck that name. And she was a wily kind, but she was trusted and a member of the Summer Court. Until... How much does he know?
Until the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, okay, he knows quite a bit. We got word that something terrible had happened, so I, as the Queen's noble knight, was sent to investigate. I discovered that Zybilna had been, and her entire court was frozen by a magical artifact called Igvil's Cauldron. Frozen in time, simply. Her and her entire palace. The realm since then has been taken over by a group of hags known as the Hourglass Coven.
Why have we heard that name twice now?
You are aware.
This is Nim speaking, by the way.
They
Yeah.
seem to be very relevant to our situation.
Well,
Someone's situation.
the current land you are in, the land of Hither, is one of the three domains that has been divided amongst them. The three sisters of the Hourglass Coven. Prismia used to be one land, but now it has been transformed into this and others. Currently you are in the land of Hither, as ruled by Bavlona Blightstraw. Who I was pursuing, shall we say. I was trying to... my mission was simply to retail information to the Summer Queen. However, I managed to, unfortunately, as you can tell, get myself captured by Bavlona Blightstraw. However, Wigglewog, the brave man that he was, heard my tale of woe, and he came to my rescue, a trained blimp pilot he was. And he helped me escape from the town. until we were hit by rogue winds and set asunder to the tower.
Sorry, how does that explain why you're in the cage?
Well, you see, I was captured by Fëanora.
Does the cage have a lock on it?
So,
It does, yes.
why didn't this wigglewog take you out of it?
Cage is locked, unfortunately.
Ah,
Not only is it locked, it is, I believe, magical in some essence as well. Yeah, there was a small lock on the door, like Will said, the door of this cage.
So, what you are telling us is that we should kill this light demon, and everything will be fine.
I wouldn't ask such a task of mere passers-by. I would simply request that you help find the key to unlock my cage, and I may return to the Summer Queen with tales of what has happened.
Is he being legit?
I want to very quickly get out of this mud and speak to you a little bit sooner. I'm going to start looking around for somewhere like high and dry, essentially.
As you do, he kind of says over to, simply give it a moment. And as he says that, the water begins to drain.
But
That's
this guy's got impeccable
in-
timing.
In about 10-20 minutes, it is gone. It says, yes, a rather unfortunate feature of this area since Fëanora took control. Every so often at random intervals, the water level shifts and changes. I will just point this out for more character. Whenever he isn't doing hand, he talks with his hands a lot. Whenever he isn't talking with his hands, he is twirling his mustache.
God, I hate it.
A 5 and inside. You're not sure. You're talking to a dragon at the moment, a fairy dragon.
God damn it.
Yes. If you would be so kind as to help find the key to this cage, I think I may know where to find it.
Well,
Well, you see, there was a goblin by the name of Jingle Jangle. Yep, that's her name. I believe she might have the key to this cage. She lives atop Hiyimi Hill, which is not too far from Slanty Tower. He gestures back to the slanted tower, so you assume. I don't see what's so funny, Patrick.
Who named these characters?
What is wrong with
Jingle
Jingle Jangle and Wiggle Wog?
Already weird. We're in a
wiggle.
what is it? Like a fairy tale campaign. Like why did this surprise you?
Oh no, Wigglewog and Jingle Jangle were going out, but unfortunately we had a bit of tumbly wumbly.
Like a fucking Teletubby.
I love it so much.
Why can't we just get someone
composed.
called like Dave or something?
That's
No,
what's gonna
it's-
crack me up.
It's going to be
When there
Derek.
is, like,
Oh my god. Throwback to fucking Ned.
Oh boy. Yes. Yes. She lives atop Hiyimi Hill, which is not too far from here.
And, sorry, you're saying that this Jingle Jangle has the key?
You very well might. Yes, if anyone, it is her.
and why does she have the
Why?
key?
He is a collector of sorts.
So he has other things.
No, just keys.
Only keys.
She's a rather strange sort. She's a rather strange sort. However, I wish not to speak ill of such a fine woman, so I will simply say she's an avid collector of keys.
Just a question. Did she start collecting keys before she was named Jingle Jangle, or after?
You'll have to ask the full story from her. I haven't had the chance to meet her in person yet. She was simply a name that I heard whilst gathering information. You will have to ask her about her nomenclature.
Will she likely give the key willingly?
From everything I've heard, she's quite the sweet sort. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to.
If you could point us in the general direction, that gives us somewhere else to go, I suppose. Just out of curiosity, there's definitely nothing else up there. And I gestured to the blimp. The basket, sorry.
From what I could see, the basket was empty besides for me and Wigglewog. But no, the tower seemed empty from what I could see.
And if we get you out of this cage, you can find us lodgings and food at your master's abode.
Oh, I'm afraid I couldn't take you to the summer court. No, however, I could. There are things I could give you. I could also. Let's say I could bring your name up to the Summer Queen herself. You know, I'm not one to boast, but I will say that that all of my squires have gone on to become knights of quite renown. I'm sure should your name be brought up in a meeting, that she would no doubt remember and take heed.
He's
So,
definitely bragging.
do you know of any
Roll
places
insight.
where...
I'm rolling insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to see if he's bragging or not, like if he's like talking out his ass.
I don't know if I want any fake queen.
He's
on my
twizzling his mustache as he says it. He's lying.
7? Got no clue. He sounds legit.
He sounds
what was that,
fancy.
insight?
If you want to, yeah.
That's 17.
17? Yeah, he's legit. He's legitimately that confident of his ability and his knightliness.
He believes it. So sorry. Ignoring the reward talk, which is essentially blackmail because you're currently trapped in here, so we have all the power. Is there any place that has civilization, people we could talk to, like any cities?
There is.
The place you've described
one
so far
place.
sounds like it's...
Yes, there's the town of. I need to get more into this accent. The town of Downfall. It is,
Downfall.
however, unfortunately, the home of one Fëanora Blightstraw.
Right, so of course. Naturally.
And what do you think she would do if we showed up at this town? Kill us?
Hens, not if you don't anger her. She's a hag, you see. They are prone to making deals and wages. Wages, that's a lie. They're prone to making deals and trades. Wages is bets. I don't know what I was talking about.
Oh,
So if you-
wages. I thought you said wages. I was like,
No.
no, this is a real nice socialist community we've come across.
Not quite, no.
People are given wages. It's not feudal.
Absolutely, it's feudal. No.
It's certain.
He says, fuck. If you came looking for her services, she might be willing to give you them. However, I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her, and you hadn't noticed I'm rather small.
That means not very far, Kaisel.
Yes. Worst case scenario, she would most likely cook and eat you. Or just eat you.
Damn. Not a fan of that.
I don't know about anyone else, but with our current options, I like the sound of this goblin more than how do you keep calling it? Avalona Blight?
Fëanora Blightstraw.
Goblin. Goblin it is.
I can tell you how to spell that.
Jingle Jangle sounds more pleasant. Go on.
That is BAV
Yeah.
LOR
Yeah.
NA.
And
And then
okay.
Blightstraw.
Okay. I put her name as Babylona for some reason.
No, Fëanora Blightstraw.
Babylona. Okay.
Yes.
What do you know about this Pavlova?
Fëanora?
Yeah.
Yes, the Pavlova lady.
She is as I mentioned, she is part of the Hourglass Coven with her two sisters. From what I can tell, they don't have the best relationship, shall we say. But they are the current rulers, unfortunately, of Prismia. She likes to make deals about people's woes that they may have at the time. She offers to make problems go away, however, it never quite turns out how you wish it to. Sorry, I misquoted something. He said he was coming to check out what happened to Zablina. That is wrong. He came out to ask Zablina to ally with the Sealy Court. However, then everything was fucked.
Right.
Just a small retcon, because that may be important.
His story was he came out here to speak with Zablina on behalf of the Sealy Court.
Yes.
Got captured.
Yeah.
Shenanigans ensue.
Yes. He also drops the name Fomorians.
For more. Oh.
Yes, as what why they are partnering with the Vilna.
Okay. The DM in me knows what those are.
I also know what
Well,
they are. Everyone else
is-
find out.
not currently part of this conversation.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
fine. He just name dropped Fomorian. Okay.
Yes. Basically,
Weird,
yes.
that name means something to me, but I don't entirely know what. Oh well. I suppose it sounds like Flora.
There are currently for yourselves there are bigger problems. How did you make your way to Prismia?
We
Door.
walked.
I mean, that's not strictly true.
We did.
We did a bit of falling.
Oh yeah.
We walked and we fell.
Yeah.
One does not
Walking
simply
out, one of us
fall
broke
into
a
Prismia.
mirror.
A mirror? Ah, you must be from the Carnival then.
Maybe.
I narrow my eyes. He knows too much.
He knows too much. Squash him like a
Why
bug.
would you tell him? He knows
No
too
witnesses.
much now.
Bluff is just gonna kind of smack Chimera on the shoulder or something and be
Remember, no Sylvan.
like, "Stop telling him stuff. Stop telling people stuff about us."
Hey, I
If
think
it's true, you don't need to
names-
tell him.
So, avoid downfall because of this Babylon blight straw. We need to go to Jingle Jangle. She sounds fun, and Jingle Jangle might possibly have the key. She collects keys. It's a good start.
Yes, right.
And it sounds like there might be places that are dry, not in. I'm gesturing down to my very mud-sodden boots, and
Yeah,
just
like
my entire thing is like covered in caked in mud
Yeah.
and bog, like the duckweed.
yeah, the majority of most people's bodies are covered in like mud and other like maybe different plants that have kind of just
Fun
stuck
scam.
to you. Yeah,
My fur is gonna get all crusty.
it's awful. It's terrible.
Yeah, I think we could all do with a bath.
I love being able to fly.
Yes, I used to love it too.
Rip your wings off.
Flying through the sky, fighting monsters. Oh, what a life!
Bluff considers
Unfortunately-
Sorry, how
Bluff
long have you
considers
been
grabbing
in this
Hiyimi by the ankle and
confinement?
just pulling him down into the mud. But doesn't do it.
What did you say, Nim?
I asked how long he'd been in the cage, basically.
In this cage? I mean, then it hasn't been too long.
Oh, so you can't fly?
Well, not in a cage, I can't.
We said it. Never mind.
You see, I've been adventuring for a long time. It is simply a matter of perspective.
Where will you be returning to after we find this key goblin and free you?
Oh, that is a good
I
question.
think we'll burn that bridge as we get to it. No key means no possibility of getting out, and we don't necessarily know that this Jingle Jangle has it. You can see that as Nim's saying that, she has this look of distress on her face, like, these are actual names I'm saying.
Yes. He says, well, if you're also gracious to free me, I will, as I mentioned, return back to my mistress of the summer court and relay the information and relay your heroic deeds upon her.
Sorry, Theo, what was this guy's name again?
Sir Talavar. Talavar.
See, here's a normal name.
Talavar. Normal, quote unquote.
Yeah, got it.
And, you cannot take us to this place.
Unfortunately, no. My magic only allows me to head back.
Well,
I mean, point the way to this jingle jangle if you know it. Otherwise,
I certainly can.
we can.
Telemi Hill is typically over there, and he points to the east past the tower.
typically.
Oh, you know how Feywild things are. It's a bit wonky, but
Quite frankly, no.
fluid.
Of course it is. Alright, let's move.
Oh, and I suppose you don't know the. I had the sticky note. Oh, is it? I've had this for a week. The rules of conduct.
Don't give anyone your name.
Sorry,
Don't
there
accept
were-
any gifts. You know.
So what?
No, not those rules.
Oh.
Are those rules for strangers?
Solve any problem.
The rules of conduct were established by Zybilna in her reign here. They are the rules of hospitality, ownership, and reciprocity.
Hospitality.
If I kill the person that owns the things, I have those things.
What is it? Sorry,
No,
entirely.
get over this.
Nim's going to get out a piece of
What?
parchment and ink pen.
Yeah.
Sorry, there were rules of conduct, hospitality.
Ownership and reciprocity.
Sorry, and that spells, and she goes HOR. Yes.
Hospitality. You got it.
Oh, shit. And reciprocity.
The-
or as we can call it as a mnemonic, whore.
Hmm.
You see, just a Talavar kind of I would. Anyways,
Nim goes a little bit purple saying that and goes, no, let's not memorize it like that.
No, I like that. The
Zaren's
horror
just
rules.
staring at Nim, really, really shocked.
We're calling it the horror rules from now on,
you
guys.
see, I don't think Zybilna would be too happy with that.
She's not
You
here.
see- You see, the rule of hospitality, when a friend, an enemy, or a stranger enters your home, you are expected to be as gracious and accompanying to them as such, until such a time they prove, by their words or actions, undeserving of such hospitality. The rule of ownership goes that you must not steal from a friend, an enemy, or a stranger. To take something that doesn't belong to you without the rightful owner's permission is a crime and an unforgivable breach of etiquette. And the rule of reciprocity, when a friend, an enemy, or a stranger offers you a gift, you are obliged to accept it and offer something of comparable value in return. Such reciprocity need not happen immediately. These were rules that were devised by Zybilna to create a more fair world.
So
And
if
they
I
are-
gift someone a life, I can also take a life from.
Oh,
I-
no. No.
Sorry, does that mean the Herongon earlier should have been giving us gifts back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, too
So I,
late.
Well, you see,
I technically didn't break any rule.
they are
Yeah.
enforced still by the Hourglass Coven. However, their views on the concept of things like ownership are rather distorted.
Okay.
Like how normal people view.
However, it is still many of the people here still follow it, and many of the folks do abide by these rules.
What happens if we break them?
That can depend which one you break, how badly you break it. It is simply something good to keep in mind. This is still technically Zybilna's domain, even if she is currently frozen. it would be not. It would be somewhat unwise to go around
You
willingly
said-
breaking rules like
You said
these.
hither was one of these. What did you call them?
Yes.
Domains?
Hither is the current fragment we're in.
And there are 2 more?
Yes, there's hither, thither, and yon.
Hither,
Sure there is.
Thither, and yon.
Yes, that is what it said.
Okay then.
Each one ruled by a different member of the coven.
What team of writers wrote this source book? I need to personally congratulate them for these
Oh, boy.
stupid names.
I love them so much.
Okay. Right. That way then. I'm sort of pointing to where I think
Yes.
Sir Talavar pointed. Anyone not want to go that way? Any reason you want to stay here with the snakes in the brambles that strangely haven't attacked us yet? And I'm sort of looking around very sheepishly.
No, as a rabbit, I love snakes. Let's go.
We'll be trusting your instinct then. If we see you dart up and start running, we follow you.
Okay. Assuming no one has any arguments, the party begins to head with the direction of Sir Talavar, Hellamy Hill. And with that, we're going to take a break.
Yep.
Get on it, boss man. You have now met the noble Sir Talavar. I really need to get his voice down. It's quite hard. But yes, the noble Sir Talavar. I fucking love this man.
When I look at his picture, the voice I would have given him is the one, like from Fable 3, for your sort of old man friend who I can't remember the name of, which is horrible because of ending. I really need to remember his name.
Oh.
Come on, brain.
Luckily I have stuff prepared, so I'm probably not going to do that with the wig. I'll simply practice his voice.
Do the names get better? I hope not.
I hope they stay this punny.
They are absolutely.
Am I allowed to leave and get a cup of tea now?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right,
we're
go
going to
on.
take a 15-minute break.
Okay, thank you.
Keep it entertained.
Actually, you can keep that entertained. I'll be right back. I also need to take a break.
Where are the characters?
I'm gonna break as many of those etiquette laws like possible.
So,
I'm gonna
DM.
become
whilst we're here,
He's gone.
She left. I'm gonna become a Feywild-like warlord. Just
Oh no.
just
Nope.
we're not leaving you in
absolutely
this domain.
by
We're not
everyone.
leaving you unsupervised.
You do not get a choice. Are you sure you don't want to be one-shot?
Yeah, I could one-shot you back.
No. What with? Go on, please elaborate.
Well, let's see.
Let's see. Actually, let's.
1 versus 5.
Well, yeah, but
It
that,
takes
yeah, but
4
that's
of
not
us to
one-
distract you
that's
for
not
1 to
one shot.
finish us all.
yeah, that's not a one-shot. You have to kill me in, like a single blow.
Hold on, I'm just trying to
Guess
get
you
my
know, I
scholar.
never even rolled a what is it? A D8 for hex? It's a D8. Is it? No, it's D6. So I'm just curious. What I would have rolled a 2, so I would have done 20 or 21 points of damage. It probably would knock down most people. Probably not insta kill. May insta kill some people. I don't know.
That would insta-kill me.
Really?
My health is 20.
Oh no, it insta down you, but it wouldn't insta kill you.
Oh, fuck.
So I have this, and my Halo of Spores.
Let's see.
Oh, it's not letting me do it. Hold on, because of spell slot stuff. Hold on. Add 1. Use 1.
Dude, you all rolled like fucking well for your health, huh?
And then I have Halo of Spores, which does a D4 damage if you're near me.
Everyone rolled really well, huh? So what, 1d10, 2d6 on the deck save. For the sake of it, let's have a roll.
So for the sake of that, you could assume 22 if you fail it, plus my Halo Spores, which is a d4, so
22.
26.
Why 22?
Oh, because it is a d10, then 2d6. Ice knife.
Well, yeah, but... Oh, okay, yeah, so that's if you get, like, all, like, max rolls as well.
Yeah, that's what one-shotting can do, you assume.
True, I guess.
Because it could happen.
I can more consistently one-shot you.
I mean, I've got 19 health, can you?
Let's see.
We did 19 damage to
Just
the Heron earlier.
Normal hit with Hex with Smite is kind of a usual combo against a big thing.
Yeah, so that's action, bonus action, reaction, yeah.
Well, no, it's just action, bonus action.
Hex, you need Hex, which is a bonus action.
Yeah, action, bonus action, no reaction.
I thought using Smite was a reaction.
No, Smite is just, you can activate upon hit.
Oh, I thought it was a reaction.
Nope.
Oh.
Pretty, really strong. Let's see, what? So, 9, 15, and then double 8s. 31.
Why are you rolling
So-
2 8s?
From Divine Smite. It's 2 8s.
But I'm not
Divine-
undead.
No, it's 3/8 if you're undead.
So it's 2d8 at base, and then it's an additional d8 for every level.
I thought it was equal to the spell level.
Nope.
So level 1 spell would be 1d8.
No. It's...
Oh, cool. My paladin should have been way stronger in my first campaign.
Dude, fucking, like, Paladin is the base. If you want to make one of the, like, the OG, just very, very powerful builds, Paladin is, like, the base of most of them.
Hexblade Warlock Paladin, that's the best
Yeah.
way to go.
Yeah, Hexblade Warlock. I mean, I'm going to be running the, I started more recently despising taking Hexblade just because it's, like, such an easy cheese, and I don't like easy.
Oh, if you play with me as a DM and you use Hexblade, boy of mine, not nerfing you, but I'm going to make your patron really want some
I'm going to be going
some stuff getting.
I'm going Paladin Sorcerer this one. So it's like half of the really good combo, but it's usually
Also, I would-
super good. Oh, sorry.
I would just like to mention quickly, because I just took a quick read through the book. Sir Talabar will basically explain that if you break the rules, when Zablina used to run this place, if someone dared to break the rules, they would disappear.
Well, guess I'm just gonna disappear then. But I will make my legacy known.
The witches, the hags are not quite as hard on that, but they do quite respect hospitality and reciprocity.
I will respect it until I get a chance to kill them, and then.
Oh, I've only just realised you can change the way the character sheet looks. That's fun.
Yeah, I just have it set as the Compact D&D Beyond one.
I've switched it to default. It doesn't look quite like the same, but it just arranges some of the rearranges.
Oh, I prefer this one, which is the one that looks like apparently a D&D sheet, just because I can see
that's
my
what I have on.
I can see my skills a lot more easily.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I have on as well.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's how I had it set.
So what I was trying to do, Theo, was leveling up, and I don't know how to do it on Foundry because I'm apparently not doing.
Oh,
it on here.
You should already be leveled up.
I'm apparently level
No,
1.
you're not. You're not because you haven't given me your D&D Beyond sheet. Oh, no, yeah, because you haven't gone to the D&D Beyond campaign.
Yeah, D&D Beyond, he can link it up.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
You can.
Yeah.
You can then. I think every time we level up or whatever, we can probably just.
Or I just copy the sheet over, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, sorry. Right, hold on. You posted a link somewhere.
Let me see. Is
You
there
can
any-
also, if you level up, if you want to level up in Foundry, you can do that quite easily. You just go to the compendiums, open classes, and just drag your class in there again, and it should give you another level.
Well, now, the question is, which character do I want to put into this campaign? Because I've got like 47.
Also,
This one.
Probably the one you're playing.
quickly back onto
Join
the
with this
one-shotting
character.
thing. If I crit as well, it's what
There you
that's
go,
like,
yeah.
like 30, 31. Like it'd be like -3, so I'd be doing like 59 damage on a crit best rolls. Which I'm pretty sure
Disgusting.
one-shots anyone.
Disgusting.
And legitimately one-shots them, not just one-shot down.
Theo, I've also shared all my source books with you, so that should work.
I know. I'm very appreciative of that.
There you go.
If I quickly go on your thing here, I go on. Where is it? Play characters. Fëanora. Deemed Beyond.
Dude, can't wait till. Wait, when's the big power spike? I mean, level 3 is gonna be fun.
Oh.
Oh god.
What was that?
So
That's not good.
assuming that was a critical hit for you,
I mean,
yeah, there you go.
well, that's. Well, you. Well, no, the save damage doesn't double.
According to this, it does.
It shouldn't do.
Technically, I shouldn't know because the save is
The hit will
the save
double,
is
it'll
a
double
save
10,
thing.
but
Yeah.
the save won't double.
Technically, because of the way the spell works.
I mean, if Theo wants to, you know,
Hold on. No, I can't. I should be able to find out because it should break down the rolls. So that was 5, 9, and 6, so 14, 20. God, that's a pretty gnarly. God, I wish I
Yeah.
had actually prepared that spell. I haven't, because that's not the play style I'm going for. Sorry, but you know, it's there if I could. I won't though.
You know, as
I'm
you
not
do.
playing that type of druid.
it's until.
I'm playing the type of druid that goes, yes, I want some friends to play with.
Always.
Rise.
Also,
Rise, my apprentice.
I could potentially. It's a lot less chance of it happening. But and it also, I guess, it also depends on Theo's potential playing on it. But if I command someone and they fail, and I could say, so that it's got like the ones, but I could also say like freeze. And depending on
Yeah.
how Theo wants to play that, he could class it as them being paralyzed. which
I mean, at the same time, they could also just choose to not take their action.
Oh yeah, true. But they could.
They could theoretically be paralyzed.
I could just say be paralyzed.
Oh no, because it has to be one word, doesn't it? Command, like halt,
So,
down.
The
I
everyone
don't remember very well.
ready.
Oh yeah, okay. It is a one word. I thought it was one word or a three.
The suggestion is a sentence.
Yeah.
Paralyzed.
Is everyone ready to end
Yes,
the way?
sorry.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Well, with that, we are back to the campaign. Where we left off, or had our break, the party had rescued the noble Sir Talavar from Slanty Tower, and had asked them if they would be so gracious as to go talk to the goblin Jingle Jangle for her keys in Telemy Hills. This is the names the book gives me. I don't know what to tell you.
Telling me.
Telemy Hills.
Okay.
And you are
Those are
currently
words.
wading through the swamp. Not wading. The water is currently down, and you are just kind of trudging through the swamp.
Okay.
Sir Talavar is a very chatty sort. Kind of on the way, if there's silence, he'll be like, oh, have I told you the grand adventure of the one time that I slew? And he kind of goes on like that, telling you about the adventures.
Did I tell you about my glorious adventures?
Yeah. Basically, like he'll just recall these stories, not in a boastful way. However, that's good to point out. He's telling you these stories more as an exciting antidote, like, oh, isn't this cool that this is the kind of thing that exists in this world, or like, oh hey, isn't that interesting? I just so happen to have been there as well.
Oh, a bit more like Nigel Thornberry going, isn't it marvellous? Smash
A little
it.
bit, yeah. But yeah. He's like, oh, I once saw a two-headed dragon. Isn't that wild? That kind of thing.
Whenever it's like probably in something to do with a creature or like probably most likely a creature, and he doesn't say about like, oh, you know, it was a great battle or anything. I was like, guys will probably ask like, how would you kill it? What would be the
Carefully.
way to kill such a...
Well, it depends. And he'll kind of discuss battle strategy with you.
Like, now I
you
understand
see when
all my
when
attacks
you
against any creature.
when you're a creature of my size, you can't just go stabbing things willy nilly. You have to be precise with it. Be technical.
I
but yeah.
Eyes on which bones I break.
But eventually, as you're kind of wondering, the mist kind of comes and goes. It's always there, but sometimes it's just kind of like a light mist, and sometimes it's a bit thicker. But through the fog, you see, and first of all, you hear and feel hard stomps into the ground as like things shake, as there is something colossal moving, walking, as you're bum, 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 kind of smashing into the swamp as it rumbles, and through the fog, you can see the shape of just like a rough cone, as what looks like a hill or some sort of point just is walking through the swamp. And as it begins to come into view, you see a hilltop on 4 legs, more feet than legs. They're orange and yellow striped, come down into a foot and have like a jester shoe kind of point to the end of them. And it walks through the swamp. And eventually it stops. And as it does, everything goes quiet. You can feel the rumbling in your bones, but as it stops, you kind of take a moment to settle down. And it goes as it spits and just falls into the swamp. Now just a hill amongst the swamp trees. Well, there it is. Telemy Hills.
Huh.
You see, hang on. Yeah, it's, give or take from what you could see, maybe, like half a square mile, like wide kind of thing. Half a square mile worth of hill. And it is covered with willow trees, which in the kind of very mangrovey swamp area that this is, the willows are a very pleasant sight.
Well,
Does anyone have any foregoings at this?
I will let you all do these etiquette things, and if we have trouble, then I will kill the goblin. I've killed many goblins before.
Isn't all put off by the massive trudging we heard?
Apparently not.
It is a hill.
Hills don't usually move.
Yes, they don't do that, Kaisol.
Do snails go fast? Do dragons or little dragons talk? In our world,
Actually, most dragons do speak.
Yeah, that is fair.
He's got a point.
this dragon has facial hair.
Okay, that's
I
weird.
do have very glorious facial hair.
That
Cause
is the
mustache.
weird thing about you. I've never seen a dragon grow hair.
Ah, yes, it is a family secret. The old. Don't have a last name. He's Sir Talabas, that's what his last name. The old Talavar family mustache curling trick.
I would stop
Proudly
being.
concerning.
I would advise you to stop being surprised by such trivial things.
But that's
Calling
part of
a
the
mount-
joy in life, you know. Sometimes you
Calling-
just gotta.
Calling it a mountain moving, trivial. is far beyond me.
If I'm
Why
being
should
That
honest,
means the
this
entire
is one of the weirdest things
geographical
I've
stuff
seen.
here is moving and changing constantly. So what's the point in maps?
Well, we don't have a
So-
map to be fair anyway, so.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't want one because there's clearly no point.
Well, good, we don't have one.
God.
You're fine.
Yeah,
She's looking
this is one of
tired.
the Weirder things I've seen, but it doesn't trump the time a goose stole my belt.
That seems pretty normal.
I'm
for
sorry,
geese.
what?
A lot of weird things happen to me. The goose is
Steve.
just somewhere at the top.
And more weird things will happen while we are here. Come on.
That is quite similar to the story of that time I got my bedroll stolen by cockatrice. Those damn fowls. He puts a small hand on you, kind of goes, I understand your pain. I do, truly.
And
Birds
Kaisel's
are the
gonna
worst.
begin making
Really?
his way towards the damn hill.
Yeah, you begin heading towards the hill. Who is holding Calabar at the moment?
Hiyimi's not
me.
damp, so Hiyimi has to carry him.
I
Yeah.
didn't realise I was muted. Probably still me, because I don't think I handed him off to anyone.
Okay, so you're just floating along with this cage in
Mine.
hand. He's like, this is what flying was. I almost forgot. You're kind of like,
Oh god.
like struggling to like. It's not particularly heavy, but carrying it for this long is like, oh god. It's kind of like having to struggle to carry him across.
Swing him around a bit, Hiyimi.
But yeah,
What did you say?
Swing him around a bit.
No.
No.
I'm
You're
not
you're
mean.
gonna say pass him around a bit.
as you begin to head up the hill, you do see what looks like a game trail that is like is in this hill. As you kind of step up, you're greeted by the scent of sweet-smelling fruit, which makes the decaying smell of the swamp quite it's quite refreshing. As you see, kind of damp, downy, silvery green moss kind of blankets this gentle upward slope, giving way to a craggy ridge at the top of the hill. And dozens of enormous willow trees kind of dot the hillside, swaying in the breeze. Interestingly enough, there is no breeze, but they are still swaying.
Kaisel will just begin making his way up
Yeah.
to there.
You begin heading up the game trail. But as you're doing that, because of this brought to my attention. Sir Talabar will probably speak up. I assume all of you have given him your names, not literally. Because you've been traveling for a while, and he's be like, "You, the person in the green cloak, or you, the Herringen." He would have like asked your names, all of your names at some point.
I mean, I'll tell him my name. So,
You did already.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, Kaisel would have just if not
Yeah.
to stop being annoying as much.
Bluff would have just said, you can call me B. It's not lying, you're just saying you can call me that.
Zaren just
Boy.
asked him to call him Sijic.
Okay, that works. Yeah. Yeah, a kind of a calls out again. Young Master Sijic. May I ask, not that I want to criticize someone's style of dress, why the mask? You can't let your fabulous mustache shine with a face covering. The mustache in this sense is metaphorical, of course, for one's own personal beauty. My personal beauty just happens to be my fabulous mustache.
I was about to say, elves aren't really renowned for growing facial hair.
Neither are dragons, but I mean, look at me.
Touché.
I do not have a mustache now.
Let the mustache in your soul shine, then, poet. The mustache in your
I
soul.
don't have a mustache in my soul either.
Everyone has a mustache in their soul. It's inner beauty.
This is a really weird metaphor.
Your metaphor's kind of weird, man.
You two stop fighting for fuck's sake.
Everything is weird in this damn place.
Well, just a food for thought. He twirls his mustache. And you begin heading up the game trail. And as you do, you see the swaying of the trees begin to sway their way over in your direction as these trees, some of them begin to uproot themselves. And it's kind of scuttle towards you. And before you notice it, you are half surrounded by like a dozen willow trees. They kind of speak up. And all in unison kind of crowd. Hello there.
Hi.
Oh, fuck
Who
this.
might you be?
Did you say this was the tree?
These are the trees.
Zaren is terrified by this. He was not expecting this.
Oh, finally, something a little bit normal about this place.
I am Telemi Hill. I speak through the trees. He doesn't speak for the trees. He speaks through the trees. Yes.
But do we see the wood between the trees?
Budget, Lorak.
Hi, Hill. How's it going?
Hello.
Do we need to ask for permission to...
Oh no. We simply don't get people here often. It's nice to have friends to talk to.
But you get goblins, correct?
Oh, Jingle Jangle? Yes, she's quite lovely.
Is she here? We are looking for her.
Is she available for appointments?
Yes, she is. Sadly, she's been locked up in her cave for the last few days.
They would say murdered.
Haven't
she's
talked to her in a
murdered.
while. She's been fucking killed. No, it's quite tragic. She was, as I hear it, she was ambushed, and now she's very sad, and well, that makes me sad because she's my friend.
She was ambushed and now she's dead. Got it.
Well,
She is alive.
that's a
She is
shame.
alive.
Is she though? Is she alive?
Well, no, she's emotionally despondent, but, you know.
Can you show us the direction, or point us in the direction of her cave?
Of course.
Grave importance.
Just promise me you won't hurt her.
We have need of her keys. You don't usually get something from someone.
I mean, sorry,
willingly if you hurt them.
No, go on.
Kaisal, the word is key. We do not need more than one. We need one specific one that will help our friend here. And after we've
What
used that to
other
unlock
keys
this
she-
cage, we won't need the key after that.
Maybe she has the key to all our questions. All our.
Maybe she has the heart
you
of the
know.
cards, but we don't really need
I
that
don't
either.
think so.
And there's
I
think
need
she
my
does.
horns back. And if she has a key that would
trees-
lead me there, then I will have it.
the trees begin to part, kind of leading you, kind of directing you up the game trail.
I thought you said they were going to close. That would have been funny.
No,
Yeah, we're just after the one key. We don't need more than one key. Kaisal, there's only one key that will open this.
Calm down, man.
You can always see which other keys she has as well.
But why?
Is they useful?
You never know.
Always good to have a spare
Probably.
key.
Spec you to what?
listen.
Mm.
The Telemi Hall speaks up and says, "And how long do you plan to stay?"
Until we're done, I guess.
As long as we are not imposing. Of course. We want to
No.
be good guests. Please, can everyone refer to their guides on the whore rules, please?
I'm so sorry, I forgot the whore.
Damn it.
I forgot to be a good whore.
I'm so sorry, Theo, that I noticed that was the mnemonic acronym that was made with these rules.
I hate this place. Well, hey, at least
It's not a Twitch TOS violation, that is it?
I hope
I
not.
don't think so. I think
We're talking
good.
about our whole rules.
It's Tyler's channel.
It's HOR, guys. Twitch. If you're watching
it's-
Twitch, it's HOR.
The
HOR,
whole
HOR.
rules are hospitality, ownership, and reciprocity.
We're not saying anything else.
Sounds very S&M. Anyway.
There's definitely some reciprocity happening. So, do you continue to follow the game trail up Telling Me Hell?
No, we
Uh,
leave.
Yeah, there's...
Okay then, you leave.
I mean...
No, go back.
question. Can I incite a hill?
Float out of area,
You
relax,
certainly-
area, float back into
You
it.
know what? That's enough.
Reloads old save.
No,
Roll me.
I kind
Insight
of trust them.
on nature. Because it's a hill and you're a druid.
What would she use? Probably the insight. No, that's a 6.
You
so
are inciting a hill.
He's a, pretty stone-faced
hill.
guy.
It sure is a hill.
I'm loving these puns. I assume the party continues up the game trail unless any of you want to wander off.
Yeah.
I will leave this quest for later.
Yeah. Kai Sol's like leading the way. He really wants those keys.
Yeah. Okay. You all begin to make your way over the hill. As you do, it ascends to this kind of craggy rock, or rocky crag even, it kind of marks the top of this
Go on.
hill. And as there is a cave with an entrance shaped like a big keyhole.
Of course.
The cave kind of goes in a bit like a natural cave, and then you see cut stairs that lead downwards.
Yeah, Kaisel's just gonna go. Just gonna go down
Okay.
down the stairs.
Yep, following.
Okay. As you head down, these kind of worn steps lead you down into what feels almost like a cellar. It's chilly, and you can kind of subtly smell like iron in the air. From a distant spot within the chamber, kind of sputtering candles illuminate a multitude of keys dangling from taut strings that kind of crisscross across the walls. Like that scene from Always Sunny with the corkboard, but it's keys.
Yeah. I was just about to ask if anyone else could smell the faintness of blood, but luckily it's just all these rusted keys.
There's also a pool of blood. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Dead!
And you see on the floor are hundreds of other keys that are just strewn about. As you hit the ground, there's ting ting chang ting as you step on keys, and they kind of
Well, talk about a key and a key stack. This will be easy, I'm sure.
Definitely.
as you kind of take in this scene, you hear the sound of keys, more keys jingling, as from the kind of mayhaps jangling, if you're good. From like an offshoot, like the darkness near the back of the room, emerges a small goblin with a coat, not made of, but adorned with keys.
Oh, thank God.
Like-
Being made of keys, that would have been too far.
Like, do you remember the monkey from the Calliope? And he had his paper buttons? It's like that, but it's keys.
This is a serious order.
She has long pointed ears that kind of point upwards, These very kind of verdant green eyes, and she carries with her what looks like a flail, but instead of chains and 3 like spiked balls at the end, like a typical flail, it's chains and 3 padlocks at the end.
Right.
I have some character art for her.
This is a fun sort. Oh, really? Okay, let's have a look.
I do indeed.
I love
Can't
to
wait
see
for you guys to
pictures.
This
share
is
these on
Jingle
Discord.
Jangle the Goblin.
Oh my
my
god.
Oh, she's cute.
I love her so much.
Guys, can we keep this one as well?
Friends.
I'm
Again, I
spitting
can't
all over
wait
the
for
book.
you to share all these on the Discord.
I can do that after the session.
Thank you.
Hold on,
So
I
can
might be able to.
finally
Oh, if
see what
Patrick's getting it.
everyone loves.
Oh,
I
true,
might
right,
be
you
able
can't
to
get
get it.
about that. If you might be able to copy and like control. No, I can post it 1 second. Sorry for the stream viewers. We don't have to deal
You're
with.
ruining my stream. How dare you?
Like,
I'm also the one running your stream currently, so.
my phone is
Taking
very
you.
red hot at the moment, but it's still on
No, no.
5% charge. It's fine.
Yes.
And I've
Here we
got
are.
enough data for this, thankfully.
This is Jingle Jangle the Goblin.
Oh, there you go. You got it before me.
I had all these images saved, so I
Okay
could.
then.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, she's also got very, like, fey goblin aesthetic.
And she kind of
going
like
on.
shuffles forward and goes, "Hello, how might Jingle Jangle unlock a bit of happiness in your life today?"
Oh, she's cute.
Must protect.
You will
Hello, we were.
happiness by unlocking this cage.
Yes, we were wondering if you would be able to help us all. We understand you're a collector of keys, and we were wondering if you would happen to know if you have a specific key that would unlock this cage here for our friend Sir Televar.
In 1 second.
Do I?
I just need to quickly read something.
Let me
Make
check
sure.
my records.
Does she become like the goblins from Gringotts, where they bring out a huge book?
Not quite. I'm just checking to know,
Potter.
in law, if she knows who Sir Televar is, and also some other details.
We have him. We can just
No, but like,
hold him out.
Recognise.
Hmm?
I'm tempted to go downstairs and grab my laser thermometer and see how hot my phone's getting,
oh no.
because it feels really warm.
Jingle Jangle kind of shuffles forward and goes, "Oh, you poor thing. Yes. 1 second." And he kind of like looks around and here it is. And she kind of like reaches into a pile and just ding. You couldn't see this. This key was like buried under the rest. She pulls out one specific key, the same kind of silvery color that the bird cage is. I was like, this should be the one. It's better you have it than those long-eared Wiggins. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that as a there's. It's kind of look at you, Bluff. It's like there's not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Only
Oh,
mild
don't worry.
offense taken.
This one isn't a brigand,
Only long.
I think. And I look at you.
Well. So
And
far.
she hands over the keys. The key, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're not long-eared, are you? You've got kind of medium length ears.
They're long.
You're not like a hare.
No, he's a bunny, not a hare.
Yeah. Actually, which ones do have longer ears?
She hands you this silver key.
Thank you. That was easy. Quest done. Let's go.
Mim is trying not to say. Well, that certainly went smooth. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say that because that's what she's thinking though. So this is a lot of keys.
Yeah.
Are they all from hither?
They're from a lot of places. Mostly hither recently. With the fog walls up, I can't explore much. So mostly hither.
I heard that as fog wars, and I was like, oh, okay, I see.
Fog walls.
Yeah, fog
No,
walls.
fog walls. Fog walls.
Walls.
Yes, you don't seem like folks from around here, so don't trust Babylon or Blightstraw.
Oh, trust me, I wasn't.
We weren't planning on it.
I tend to not trust rulers anyway, and
Yeah.
we were already told by Sir Talavar not to trust her
Yes,
as far
indeed.
as he could throw her, and that doesn't seem very far.
Damn,
Yes. Best case scenario, you have a penchant for collecting keys. Worst case scenario, you become a centaur.
That'd be pretty cool. Also, I thought you were going to say worst case
Sorry.
scenario, you have a pension plan.
Are you implying it was Pavlona that did all this, and I'm gesturing to the
keys?
the hoard of keys.
Yeah. Think like, okay, here's how I describe the strings. You know, like a dark room with like all the pictures like hung up and strung around? It's like that, but instead of photos, it's keys. Yes.
It's Pepe Sylvia. Pepe Sylvia.
You see, Jingle Jangle had a very big fear of being locked behind a door. What if you're in a building and then the door locks, and you can't get out and you're trapped? And this fear was a bit destructive. Jingle Jangle's life wasn't going too well, so I came to Babylona for I heard that she could fix things like this. I asked her to get rid of that, and she didn't solve the problem. I'm still afraid of. Sorry, hang on. Slip of the tongue. Jingle Jangle is still afraid of locked doors, but at least Jingle Jangle always has a key, just in case.
It sounds very. I hear stories of these things called djinn. It sounds very much like that.
Yeah.
Weird.
Don't. If she offers you anything, don't take it. That's not a good idea.
What does this woman look like?
Womanly.
She's kinda
Sorry.
foggy. She's green skin, oily. She has a hunch to her. Some of the people here call her Slackjaw Lorna because she has
I am remembering that.
a bit of a slack in her jaw, and
Slack. Hold on.
these big kind of bulgy eyes.
She is
And
not
she-
the person
she-
I'm looking for. She's okay.
And she
Is this-
rides around on a lily pad that crawls.
Isn't that what the Herringham Brigands reference that name, right?
Hold on. A fucking what?
I remember hearing that name, Slackjaw Lorna, earlier on in the campaign.
I'm talking about
Ooh.
fucking lily pad bullshit, that. What the fuck?
Is that even more different than a crawling hill?
No.
Yes, I told you.
Also, lily
No,
pads
I
are
think-
horrible if you look at them in time lapses.
The moment I heard fucking a lily pad that crawls, my immediate reaction was my brain to go fucking Lotad.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Lotad and
It's just a
Ludicolo.
fucking giant Lotad.
Hang on.
It's
It's not
a big
quite that
Ludicolo.
cute. Not quite that cute.
As are plants. Plants live. Plants can die.
I swear,
Where is it?
I swear, Slackjaw Lorna has been mentioned at some other point.
I recognize the name, but I
I
can't
don't know
remember
if
where
I'm
from.
just
Yeah.
hearing things. Unless I'm just imagining things.
don't remember.
Okay, I might be imagining things. It might just be
It's-
a very fun name.
It could be.
Sorry.
It is not impossible that it was mentioned before by possibly the Brigands. But
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Sorry. The word I would use for this type of person would probably be witch, hag. Actually, no.
Yeah,
the bloated
those
green
work.
face sounds like hag.
those work. Those are all pretty accurate.
But I must say, I do prefer Slack Cholorna more.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a ring to it. And as you're kind of talking, this not silence, but the kind of the stillness in the room is shattered when you hear the loudest grumble of a stomach you've ever heard. And she kind of just like flushes a bit, steps back.
Are you hungry, my dear?
Jingle Jangle was digging for some truffles as a bit of a snack in the swamp earlier, and that's when a bunch of herringans leapt out. They took Jingle Jangle's truffles, who Jingle Jangle down the mud, whacked Jingle Jangle with the wooden clubs. So I got a bit Jingle Jangle got a bit sad after that and stayed here for the last couple days. So I haven't had much to eat.
Well, out of politeness, we do need to give you something back for the key, right?
Oh, I mean,
we could procure you some food. I believe the term I would use is quid pro quo, but what is it again? Reciprocity. That was the word. Yes, actually.
Canon infernal is Latin.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Quid pro quo.
The goblin may have some of my rations.
Oh, I couldn't. Fuck. This is so hard. Jingle Jangle could possibly take your food.
Why not?
I mean, I'm sure you need that. It's fine. But if you happen across some tasty truffles, I wouldn't say no.
Truffles?
We have an ear. Did you want that? Oh, not a great snack, but...
I don't... thank you. No, I'm fine.
So, in the world of D&D, are truffles still fungus?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, those are truffles.
Oh, boy. Guess who loves fungi? I mean, fungi. We could go looking for some truffles for you.
That would be very nice. And you see, like the entire time she's been quite reclusive to a degree, kind of like not secretive or anything, just like a bit like a bit
withdrawn,
kind of a bit sad as well, just in general. But you see her kind of light up at the prospect, like, oh, that'd be very nice. I would like that very much.
And just to make it a little bit easier for us, how long ago did you find these brigands that took them from you?
3 days ago.
3 days.
Oh. It was the Herringen led by Agdon Longscarf. He's the ringleader.
Now we've definitely heard that name before. Yeah, we have heard.
We have in the marching song.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you know about this long scarf?
Oh, he's the leader of the Herringen brigands that operate in hither. He wears a bright blue scarf, and he moves as fast as lightning. Though Jingle Jangle's heard. You might find him at the brigands' tollway. The brigands' tollway is that series of like old wooden catwalks that circle the big tree stump that way. And she points northward to where you saw the big tree stump. They camp. The brigands camp there because it gives them high ground.
Now it may be the petty, small person inside me, but I would like to quite visit these brigands and reciprocate how they give us their first impression of hither. Doesn't anyone else agree? No?
Murder.
Sounds fair to me.
Kill them.
They're,
do to them what I did to their leader.
they're very dangerous, but you seem like the strong sort.
Murder.
Please,
Zaren, have you got something stuck in your throat? I'm like going over to you.
Just like a firefly. Just,
Yeah, I'm like going over to you, and I imagine you're probably taller than Nim is. And I'm like, you got something stuck in your throat. And I'm kind of like patting you on the back.
No.
No.
No. Run.
Unlimited power.
yeah. Oh, and just a bit of advice. If you ever feel like leaving this musty old swamp, there's a guide in Downfall.
No.
You'll know him when you see him. He's a scarecrow with pincers.
Oh.
Crab pincers.
Oh no.
His name is Clapper Claw.
Yeah, give me a
Of
minute.
course it is.
Clapper claw.
Of course it is.
He can take you to the neighboring splinter called Dither, which is that's run by a different hag. That's run by Babylon's sister, Granny Nightshade. She's not nicer, but
Granny.
from what I've heard, at least the terrain is more pleasant. Not all swamp and mud.
I'm living in Hansel and Gretel right now.
Essentially, yeah.
Wait. That. Oh, sorry. Granny Nightshade's also in a fucking another like official campaign. I think like
Wow.
Yeah. But I think Kai said they'd be right back.
Yeah.
I've got a lot written down as out of character as to things we can do. Just very quickly, there's quite a few places we've been pointed toward. So hold on.
So Talavar will kind of speak up.
Yeah.
He goes, my fine Mr. Jingle Jangle, we would be... Oh, well, I can't speak for I speak for myself, but from the sounds of it, I'm sure these fine adventuring folk would be more than happy to reclaim your stolen truffles for you. Kerr gives a bow.
Oh, he doesn't
And
have
now,
anyone.
if you don't mind,
Yeah.
kind of gestures to the lock.
Bluff, do you want to... B, would you like to... And I assume I give the silver key... Oh, I gesture for the silver key to be given to Hiyimi, who's holding the cage, I imagine.
Hiyimi, you're pretty small. You probably have the cage like two-handed now. Like, I don't think you could hold it with one hand.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, Hiyimi is like two-hand holding this cage.
Yes, so silver key in lock now?
Yeah.
I would appreciate that.
Why are you looking at me? I haven't got it.
I thought it was given to you during the description
Was it? I don't think it was.
that Theo gave.
It's fine. I can say that I took it, I guess.
We'll say the Bluff has it. Bluff, you have the key.
Okay, I will
Okay,
unlock the
sorry.
dragon. Release the dragon.
You do it, and he glitters out and kind of jumps in the air. It's like, yes, I'm finally free. And he kind of gives you a proper bow. It's like, thank you ever so much.
All the joints crack.
Oh no. I appreciate your marvelous assistance in my rescue, and to you, Jingle Jangle, I deeply not apologize. I am deeply gracious to your help in retrieving the key. And it gives a bow. It's like, well, as much as I would love to stay and talk battle with you, I must be off to the Queen of the Summer Court. I am needed there, but it has been a wonder talking to you all, and as somewhat of a reward. And he takes his small sword that he has at his side, and he puts 2 hands on it and presents it. He presents it to you, and says, "My magic sword." Is he like he's floating, but he's on one knee in the air, and he's holding this sword up. This sword is to a normal person about the size of a dagger.
I thought you were going to say something like a sewing needle.
No. It's about like dagger size, like this big.
Yeah, so to him it's like a long sword.
Yeah, to him it's a long sword.
Thanks.
Uh,
I guess.
Hiyimi, I think this is about your size.
We cannot hear you if you are trying to speak.
Sorry, I said, Hiyimi, I think this is about your size.
I mean, yeah.
Hiyimi gone.
Hiyimi ragdolls.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Hiyimi just.
No, I'm here. I don't understand what kind of response you want me to give. Like, I'm not that good at role playing. Sorry.
I'm essentially backhandedly saying would you like the sword that's probably more your size?
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
As well as you've been the person who's been carrying him.
You could have just said that. It was like I didn't know how to respond genuinely. I'm sorry.
That's fine. He kind of presents it to you, and he goes, "Ah, yes, a mighty magical sword for the most gracious Witchlight monarch." And he gives you a look.
Sorry, what?
How you know that?
Why you
Excuse
know?
you.
Let's just say the Witchlight monarch is a power that holds more title here than it may do in your world. The Fae will know.
They will know what I did.
Hiyimi, this sounds like you have a target painted on your back to me.
It does indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, target. A lot of people respect the monarch as a bringer of joy and happiness. Some like the hags, maybe not, but
If you
were one to be liked by the hags, I'd worry about your character.
That's better.
Also, just like characters and like,
I know what
the
he
hag
meant.
likes you.
No character.
I know what he meant.
Characters in
So,
D&D Ghost.
Hiyimi, you now have a +1 tiny sword. This is, hang on. So this is a +1 dagger, effectively, which means it is a dagger that has an additional +1 to hit and to damage. So normally it'd be a d20 plus your dexterity, plus your proficiency, because you are proficient in daggers. But now it's all of that +1. So it's dexterity plus proficiency +1 to hit, and +1 to the damage rolls as well, on top of the dexterity that you normally have.
Or will you be able to send me that in text because I couldn't write that?
I can.
You can actually add it.
You can on D&D Beyond, not sponsored.
Yes.
But we
Sponsor
could
us, D&D Beyond.
We could be.
We could
Yeah.
be.
Slide into DMs.
If you're on D&D Beyond, you can go to add items, weapons,
Yeah.
and then you can go to +1 weapons and find the dagger.
Yeah.
I think
if you go to,
it's the easiest way.
If you click over to your inventory, you can say, it should be a button here somewhere. How do you do this on D&D Beyond?
So, hold on, let me have a look, because I have to visually see as I go onto it. So on
Yeah, that's what I was
character sheet, you go to inventory, go to manage inventory, then on add items, you can search for it directly, or you can just go to
Yeah, so you can search for it that way, Hiyimi.
go weapon,
And what you're looking for
then
is
magical.
a +1 dagger, like the plus symbol 1 and then dagger, the +1 dagger.
Yeah.
And you can click add that to inventory, because you now have Sir Talavar's +1 dagger, which on his stat sheet is listed as a +1 tiny sword.
Oh, I don't
Which-
know how to do it. It just closed.
So, inventory, manage inventory,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the text bar, just +1 dagger. Enter, and it doesn't search up. Excuse me?
Dagger, because it's going to be dagger +1 because of how
Right.
they sort
So
things in a.
just type in
in a
dagger,
database.
and
Yeah.
you'll see dagger +1,
Ah.
and then just click add item. D&D Beyond, so intuitive, so spectacular. Sponsor us.
Don't
Do it.
sound needy and desperate.
I am needy and desperate, Patrick.
Please, please.
I'm so broke.
Please, we need it.
But yeah, for like
Please.
databasing purposes, they'll always do crossbow heavy rather than heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
And,
So you now have a +1 dagger, Hiyimi.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it has been a fine dandy time. One last gift before I go. I will bestow upon you the Sir Talvar family secret for mustache twirling. And he gives you.
No.
I can't think of anything because I can't go facial to save my life. But he gives you his secret for the most perfectly twirled mustache you've ever goddamn seen. If you wish to, you can write that down on your character sheet as a knowledge that you have obtained.
Sure.
Should you want that? And with that, he lifts his head into the air and breathes this pink puff of gas that kind of glitters and sparkles as it shoots up. And as it rains down on him, it all gets like sucked in and kind of cocoons around him. And as it does, it cracks open, falls to the floor, and it is empty. He's gone.
Wow. Now that guy's gone, I gotta say his wings kind of look like pork.
What? Sorry, what type of pork have you been eating?
Or just ham, I guess. You know when you get sliced ham?
No.
No.
Never mind.
Is this a Herringon thing? I've not come across.
You don't
Ham,
come across
that was that-
sliced ham? They sell it at like every market, dude.
Sliced ham.
Sliced ham. My ham.
Steamed hams.
Steamed hams.
Oh, God.
I think like a rich person like you'd have like a little ham at least once, you know, with your cheeses and your grapes.
Yes, but it doesn't look like his sparkly pink wings.
Well, I ignore the sparkles, but you know, the rest of it.
The wings don't look like ham.
They
I'm
look like
sorry
ham
to tell
me.
you, but
Maybe
they
I'm
don't. They
maybe I'm
don't.
just
I think
hungry.
I think Bluff, I think you're hungry.
Maybe I'm just hungry.
Don't eat the dragon.
I can't. He's gone.
Jingle Jangle will share with you some truffles if you come across some.
Yes.
more than happy
So
to. Jingle Jangle more than happy to. Fuck.
we would like to get them off these brigands because clearly they were yours to begin with. But if we can't, I'm sure I will be able to try and find some of these truffles. Where did you find them last time?
Oh, Jingle Jangle just found them in the swamp. They're a bit of a rarity, but when you find them, they're really tasty.
Okay, so they're just kind of around. But they're quite.
Yeah, they're a naturally growing thing here.
Okay, there's no particular region. It's just everywhere.
No.
Okay.
Whenever the tide is low, basically,
Hmm.
you have a chance. You can like theoretically look for some.
I will keep that in mind. It's been a long while and it's fairly dry up here. Did anyone want to get some rest? I'm very tired. No, it doesn't specifically have to be here, but somewhere
I mean,
away from the swamp.
we were up all night
Rest.
anyway.
Truffles, then murder.
Now, do we have to murder? I feel like there's going to be kind of a lot of those brigands if they have like a nest.
Murder.
You can just ask politely.
No.
If you're looking for somewhere to sleep, Jingle Jangle doesn't have much space, and a lot of it is keys. But I think it should be coming by soon. If you just want to out that cave, turn left, and there should be somewhere nice to sleep. If Jingle Jangle remembers correctly.
Just outside and then left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like Jingle Jangle. I'm not going to incite her. I trust her.
Okay.
I like her.
Do
She's
you
friendly.
look out the door?
Yeah.
Okay. If the
No.
party looks out the door and follows her directions,
You
head
follow her direction.
left of the cave entrance, you kind of make your way down Telemy Hill. As you make your way down Telemy Hill, assuming that no one wants to do anything, if you want to do anything back at the cave or on the hill, say so now.
I want to steal all of her keys.
All of them. Who are we?
No!
You haven't got a bag of holding yet. Hold on.
Where is it? It's here somewhere.
Stealing even a bag of holding and be able to hold all these keys.
Oh, imagine just throwing a portable hole in that room.
One of these willow trees kind of crawls its way over to you. And he goes, I heard what you did. Thank you for making Jingle Jangle happy. Here. And one of the branches kind of creaks down towards you, and hang off the edge of it is a key.
Oh.
Is this for us or Jingle Jangle?
This was a key that Jingle Jangle dropped, but I think this will be useful to you. A gift. Reciprocity. You
Thank
helped
you.
my friend.
Take the key.
Yeah.
One of you takes the key. You now have a key.
Cool.
Awesome.
Do you guys want me to add that to my inventory?
Yeah, you can hold on to that.
Okay, I'll hold on to the cursed key.
Okay then. The tree will let you pass, and as you make your way down Telemy Hill, you see through the mist a house that wasn't there before. Kind of
Ooh.
in the distance. And the closer you look at it, you realize it's getting bigger and also swaying from side to side, kind of rocking back and forth.
Is it
And
walking
as
as
you
well?
see this house kind of sway side to side, and it gets bigger and bigger, it breaks through the forest, and the forest of the mangroves trees, and you see what looks like a 2-story tavern on dozens and dozens of fleshy legs and feet, kind of walking through, and as it does, it's
It's the
swaying from
luggage.
side to side, just swaying as it like moves on these feet.
That's horrifying.
And as it does, it kind of slows down and comes to rest.
Why'd you gotta call the feet fleshy?
How the book describes them! They're fleshy feet!
I hate that. Genuinely, I hate that.
How many
What else do you
toes
want from
do I
me?
have?
Just the slap, slap, slap of them walking
In
through the
the
forest.
thousands.
No!
Yummy.
This is what it looks like.
Yeah, it's
Wooded.
the luggage from Terry Pratchett,
Mm,
Oh yeah.
but in house form.
disgusting.
Baba Yaga.
Oh god.
There was a sign as the house sinks down into the bog. There was a door there and a tavern sign at the edge of it, and it says the inn at the end of the road.
Okay.
Well, that's creepy.
What kind of end of the road?
This is where you go when you die.
I think that's the place Jingle Jangle was referring to.
Probably.
Well, I hope it wasn't just the bog.
I mean, We've seen
Yeah, you can
hills
see it in the
move.
fucking mud.
house move, less of a surprise. It looks pleasant.
It's creepy.
Does it look pleasant though? Does it?
Yeah, you just ignore the feet.
No.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to
I'm not
ignore.
gonna ignore the
I'm gonna start.
feet.
I'm gonna start walking my way towards it because I
Yeah, you walk
really
away
want a
from it.
place to sleep.
Kaisol's gonna go towards it as well.
As you open the door, it greets you with the warm brush of air from a lit hearth. As you make your way into a tavern. I'm gonna stop the bog music. Stop the bog music.
I like the dog.
The
Bring the
Borg.
bog music back.
The bog.
Bring it back.
And-
Bring
I want
back
the
the
bog
bog.
music.
We're gonna
Also,
do the thing where,
special-
where we leave.
special-
Sorry, go on.
Special shout out. I have a specific typically it's like my music tracks are labeled like tavern, battle boss, or whatever like that. This track is specifically listed as the tavern at the end of the inn at the end of the road theme, because it was listed as a tavern theme on Tabletop Audios, and it's called the Bog Standard. The pun was too good to pass up. It is a tavern in a bog. It is the Bog Standard because it's a tavern. It's beautiful.
Nice.
I love it too much.
It's a piece of you.
And now you have this. You step in, and it is a tavern. It is specifically it is an inn. It is not a tavern. There was no drinks, but there was rooms. You head in, and as there is no tavern, this music is a little unfitting, but it's called the Bog Standard. It's too good to pass up. There was somewhat of a reclining area for you to relax, and a front desk. Behind the front desk is an elderly human woman, kind of dark olive skin and graying hair that kind of is a bit frizzy and curly.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you and goes, "Hi there. Not we get new travelers through here. Welcome to the inn at the end of the road. What can I do for you, fine adventuring folk?"
I would like a place to stay the night. I'm very tired walking through the bog. I need to clean my clothes.
That is perfectly understandable, my dear miss. Trust me, as the only inn in hither, I can guarantee you the highest quality service.
And I'm going to sort of lean over if there's any form of desk, I'm going to...
Yeah, there's a small desk.
Yeah, okay. Can I have your most expensive room, please?
Kind of leans in and goes,
No.
"You know what? Since you asked so nicely." And she puts on a room key. And says, "That'll be 2 gold, please." Yeah, 2 gold.
Are you sure? Because I'm about to take this off my character sheet, and
Yeah.
I won't remember. God, I open up like a very small, very mud-covered little pouch on my side next to my component pouch, and I'm like, 2 gold, really? Oh, that's quite steep. She's really not caring. She takes 2 gold out.
Do you want to roll deception?
Okay. Fëanora was expecting it to be more. Deception. Attributes. Cool. 14.
Okay. So, for example, the DM guide, like the Dungeon Master guide, for like basic inn prices, for the most expensive room, which is an aristocratic, it's 4 gold per day, which is probably what you're used to, Nim.
Yes.
You're probably used to like that kind of level.
Yes.
This is just the one below that. This is a wealthy class room.
Oh, that's like I'm still like 2 gold. Okay, 2 gold, 2 gold, and I'm going to take 2 gold pieces out and place them on.
Can't be too highly charging customers when there's none here, because it's a fucking bog. And I assume the rest of you want rooms as well, unless you want to sleep in the mud. I wouldn't recommend it though. The OLs don't like to keep the tide consistent.
Mud
what?
time. Woo.
I do not want
The
to pay.
wells.
Ooh, mud.
Oh, new
Mud
here,
rascals.
are you?
I'm not even gonna ask
Yes,
about it.
there are a collection of wells around the plain that were fine before, but now that Bavlon has taken over, hang on, I forgot something. We'll have to go back to that real quick. She says, when she took over, they started spewing gunk, and she looks outside, and as she does, you see the water level begin to rise again, and as it does, the inn also begins to rise so that it doesn't flood.
Do we feel
That's
anything as that happens?
Surprisingly, no.
Oh, that's weird.
It's like
That's
you expect the
wonderful.
feeling of like an elevator rising. Obviously, Nim doesn't because you don't know what an elevator is, but to elaborate, you think it'd be like an elevator kind of starting and stopping, but you don't feel anything. It's like you didn't move at all.
That just ain't right.
And she said, yes, the O-wells is what we call them. And they spew this smoke. But, so, trying to sleep in the mud is not the safest idea when you could quite literally drown at any moment.
I don't sleep though.
You don't, but you are unconscious for 4 hours. You can still drown. You are not immune to drowning, I'll tell you that much.
I know.
You're not
also,
an air or water genasi.
Nim's still taking the fanciest, comfiest room. She doesn't have to sleep in it to enjoy that.
Yes, I would also like to mention, she actually doesn't charge you for that. The rule of hospitality and the rule of reciprocity. She kind of leans in and says, she kind of looks at you like, I can get where you're coming from. Around here, we don't necessarily do the whole payment in gold thing. Hospitality. Mi casa es su casa. But, as the other rules dictate, reciprocity.
I didn't know the Fae was Spanish.
Yeah, sorry, that's not Spanish. It might
Sylvan.
be. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it's Italian. But yeah. Did she say
That's why I said, the
Sylvan?
Sylvans, of course the Sylvans speak Italian. That's why Talbot talked with his hands so much.
Oh, okay, does that make
It's canon.
the what is it? Oh wait, no, because that would make Elvish. Elvish would be Italian. Sylvan must be Latin.
Of course. And never mind. Getting to our topic. And she says, but the rule of reciprocity also applies.
Oh, understood. I take the room key and all of that, and I'm like, I do not mind bunking with others, but I need a space to go and trance. And I'm gonna slowly head towards somewhere like where I think the rooms are.
Yeah.
Just so I have a look.
She's gonna
Have a
to you
nosy.
and says, as the rules of the plane demand, hospitality, this is up for you as a token of goodwill and a token of not drowning in the muck.
Oh man.
But I would appreciate something in return. If you're not particularly sure, simply any old trinket will do. It's more of a sign of acknowledgement than it is. It's more of the sign of acknowledgement of the rules and the customs that is important, more so than the actual item itself. But that can be settled in the morning. For now, and she kind of says, I do only have a set amount of rooms though. Who wants to how do you want to split that? She kind of looks at the group of you.
I'll bunk with Bluff.
Alright, works for me.
Okay. Where's everyone else going?
Everybody wants me.
We had a moment like 2 sessions ago where we're like, yes, we can be friends.
Right, with the secrets, yeah. And she'll toss you the keys.
I also wouldn't worry about Bluff killing me in my sleep.
Cross.
Which is what I feel when I'm around Kaisal and Zaren.
And the other 4 of you? How y'all want in one rooms? The more I talk, the more she gets texting.
I mean,
How y'all want your
Hiyimi
room
could
divided?
share a room.
Remember me?
Which
Toss you the keys.
Which room can I have to give you the least amount of things back?
The rooms don't change that much, sweetie. She's southern now. I'm sorry, that's how it goes.
I
Which
saw my
one is the
beloved.
least? I do not know you, and I do not wish to owe you a lot of things.
Don't worry, dearie. It's not too... any old trinket will be fine.
I do not want to be disappeared.
Well, with the new regime, there ain't too much disappearing going on unless you piss one of them hags off. Wow, she got really fucking southern all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Theo, I think you've settled now. You've settled into an accent.
It's
You have to
that's how
stick
it
with
goes. Absolutely. Unless there's any complaints, it's Kaisal and Chimera left, and she'll toss you to a room key.
Sure.
She'll kind of direct you to the rooms. So be like, well, have a good night. We can discuss that in the morning. Don't worry. And don't worry about the rocking. There's some things to keep that nice and comfy for you.
The what?
Well, I assume you saw the outside of the inn. We're an inn that moves on the feet. It moves, shakes, but you won't feel any of that. You got special magics in place. Don't you worry.
I kind of feel like that might be fun. Like a boat, you know?
It was until some poor fella bathed half the room underwater.
I understand. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. And with that, I assume you all take your rooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You all take your rooms and settle down. You pop the shoes off, mud everywhere, and for the first time, you're all like in socks or bare feet or however you like to relax. You kind of lie on your beds, and just like I imagine almost collectively like breathe a sigh of relief as you're like, oh, I gotta sit down. You've been at a carnival for 8 hours straight, like doing weird snail racing, and then you've been trudging through the thick muck of the Feywild for like 2 hours, 2-3 hours. You are all very tired and very drained, and you all conk out almost immediately, I imagine. And that is where we'll end today's session.
Did we
In
clean
the inn
ourselves
at the end of the road.
before getting?
We'll get to we can get to the nitty gritty of the rest next session. This is just how I wanted to leave it off as a good ending point.
Yeah, we wake up and we're suddenly on a cart.
Ah, finally awake.
No, not again.
Are you trying to cross the border?
Don't remind me. I've got.
Finally, you're awake.
Skyrim tomorrow.
Oh yeah, how's that going for you, by the way?
Well, last week my Skyrim stream kind of suddenly crashed,
Oh,
no.
rip.
but I have got two interesting sets of armor to show,
Nice.
and 2 friends in the house.
Nice.
Wahoo.
But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed session 5 of WebDND. I had to remember then.
Start doing a tally.
What?
Oh boy.
What do you want?
Sorry, start doing a tally as in a tally score.
Ah.
Ah. But yes. I hope everyone enjoyed.
Yes.
Thank you to
Yes.
the wonderful players for once again indulging me in the funny names. And thank you to you, I turned out to the camera then, you the viewers, for sticking around and listening to me say jingle jangle at least 12 times.
At least.
So I probably should, this is probably like bad form as a DM, but I want to give you some behind the scenes, right? Because the way we're gonna fucking figure this out, and I don't know how to work into the campaign. So, the whole thing with Jingle Jangle, that wasn't her name. She got that because she jingles and she jangles when she walks because of all the keys, because of the curse that Bevelona put on her. And she willingly and actively speaks in the third person because she's such a different person from before she did that because of this weird addiction she's gotten, that she doesn't recognize herself anymore. So she calls herself in the third person as if she is another person. Which is fucking depressing.
I mean, I did ask whether she was called Jingle Jangle prior to
You did.
thing.
But- Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the law behind why she speaks in the third person. It's not just because she's a goblin, it's because she's fucking disassociated because of her magically
Nice.
induced addiction, which is horrifying.
I mean, it's not like Bluff had the same thing going on. Anyway,
Can I peace
But-
out now?
Yes, we're gonna end the session. Thank you all for hanging out.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. So sorry I was late.
Bye.
See ya.